This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports.
All right, everybody, how you doing? Captain Jack here. It is uncensored. And I wanted to, and remember on Fridays in the military, they say to wear red. Because in the military, red stands for remember everyone deployed. Remember everyone deployed. So I wore my red shirt for the folks that are deployed. And I've been meaning to do this for a while. This is my Julius Erving Dr. J jersey. Now, I'm a little fat in it. I get it. I would have much rather have had a 3X. But they don't come in 3X. So I am wearing the 2X and just dealing with it. So you will see various jerseys for me this year. I'm going to always wear my Raider stuff. Hey, folks, let me see. We got was it Suge the King? How you doing now? I hope I didn't screw that up. Good to see you as well. I'm trying to wave at you. I'm trying to wave at everybody. Spencer Howell, Mike Cobb, Joe Rader, Chris Lenz, Benji. So I'm finally getting Quan. How you doing, brother? See, this is I don't want to write a message. I just want to wave. I'm trying to wave. Some of them are waving. Some of them are not. Some of them are letting me wave. Roxy Rodri, Rob Easy, artist Tony Brown. Thanks again. I'm trying to wave everybody over there. And if you're not here, I apologize. I didn't get to you fast enough. If you are on Instagram, love you for being here on Instagram, but please pop on over to YouTube. Pop on over to YouTube because I can see everybody over on YouTube. It's Captain Jack Rackham-Levy on YouTube. Hey, Dan Meeker. There. Not censored. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, I can say that. And yeah, Todd, I will be taking calls in a minute. So we already got Todd Nielsen, aka Cooter, and Cooter calls in. He's a Vikings fan, so I want to hear from him. And Dan is a Army vet. Cooter, I said, Crazy Cooter is in the house. Mr. and Mrs. Pyro, Wild Turkey, G Mike is here. And Anna Diaz, thank you for that, because we're going to talk about that. I got things to talk about. Again, if you're over on Instagram, thank you for being on Instagram, but pop on over to YouTube, because there's only so much that I can do and see at once. Yeah, ONT6. Yeah, you can. You're not mad at me though. I'm hoping, just mad. Brian Rodriguez is also an Army vet. Per is over there in Sweden. Thank you there, Per, for being there. And it's the weekend already in Sweden. Yeah, 3:15 on a Saturday morning. Thank you for showing up there, Per. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, no. People need to vent. I get it. But here's the thing. You can vent, but don't vent until things are official. And I'm going to show you or give you my thoughts on what's going on. I also want to say thank you to ONT6, who is the latest member of the Galleon. Memberships of the Galleon are $5 a month for crewmates, $10 a month for Chiefs Mess members, and I keep forgetting to bring my friggin' patch over here. Chiefs Mess members get a Chiefs patch. There's other perks that go with it. After a year, you get a certificate of membership that's saying, hey, you've been a faithful member, and it's a really nice certificate you can put up in your office saying, hey, I supported Captain Jack for a year, and I appreciate that. And if you're a Chiefs Mess member, you get that certificate along with an anchor, because that's what being a chief is about. That's what being a chief is about. You will get a small anchor as well. And that's for being a Chiefs Mess member. Cooter, you can call in as well. See, and here's the other thing. Corey says, I don't like McDaniel. I don't like him and trust him as the head coach. Okay. Well, guys and gals, mates and wenches, man. Maybe it's because I'm more, or I have some patience. I have some patience that I just kind of let it gloss over me. Okay. Well, we're going to hear from Crazy Cooter right now. Stand by a second. Let me take this call. We got Crazy Cooter. There you go. Hey, Cooter, what's going on, brother? What's going on?
Hey, this is Crazy Cooter coming at you. Friday. Finally Friday, motherfucker.
Yeah. Finally Friday. Now, I don't have to say watch your mouth because we are uncensored tonight. But hey,
I gotta talk about Quasi.
Okay.
What do you think about Quasi?
Hey,
what do you think about Quasi?
All of the things that I've heard about Quasi, and that is your new GM up in Minnesota. I mean, he was on the short list of people that the Raiders were looking to possibly do an interview with. I like his background. I think that he is definitely going to be better. Because they let go of Spielman. Spielman was your GM, right?
He was a schmuck.
Well, okay.
He was a fucking schmuck. He didn't know how to draft people at all. Hey, by the way, the VWO is going to be taking over the draft. They're going to have a huge invasion.
Well,
I just went by the stadium about an hour ago. I'm in California.
Okay. So you're going. Hey, one thing. Wait a second, Cooter. Folks, I gotta say this. Okay, Jack Kenna, I love you, but fuck you. It's not. It does not say. It doesn't mean anything about the Kansas City Chiefs. It means a chief petty officer.
Hey, come on, say it right, Jack. The Kansas City Chefs.
Okay, the Kansas City Chefs, the ketchup and mustard crew, Okay, and it was right here. It stands for Chief Petty Officer, Chief's Mess. The Chief's Mess is a special section, a special portion, is the best way, a most elite club in the Navy. Okay. So if you are a member of the Chief's Mess on my galleon, it costs a little more, but you get more out of it. Oh, it says I know that.
Fuck. Jack, after we're done with this conversation, please send that stuff to me in a text so I can look at it and I can become one of your members.
Oh, okay. Well, all you got to do is pop in on my on the YouTube. Pop in on the YouTube, and just where it says, become a join. You say join, it'll be like ship's crew, $5, Chief's Mess, $10. So that's how you do that. And like I said, Chief's Mess membership gets a patch, and they get a little bit more perks, and that's how it goes there. That's what I will explain to you without being a member. Hell, Ed Winchell, who I fucking love. Ed Winchell, you need to fucking figure out how to become a member, because Ed Winchell has been trying to be a member for a while. If I need to, I will get a fucking phone and put his shit in the phone, because he has Apple. And for some reason, it's hard as shit to do on Apple. But get on to a regular computer, what was it, Microsoft computer or a Android. Get your membership done that way. I'm sorry there, Cooter. Go ahead and just hit it up on YouTube, brother. Cooter, did I lose you? Cooter.
Yeah, for some reason.
Okay.
I'm out in the middle of nowhere on I-15 going south towards Barstow, and
you're in and
you
out.
Probably can't hear me all that good.
Yeah, no, because I thought I lost you for a bit, so I apologize there. So yeah, but my thoughts on your GM is your drafts should improve immeasurably for the Vikings. Did they figure out who their coach was yet? You must be in that drop zone.
Hey Jack, let me call you back when I get. How much longer are you gonna be on?
I'm gonna be
on for a bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on for 2 hours, man. I'm be on for 2 hours.
You know what? Let me call you when I get closer to Barstow when the signal gets better.
Okay, well, obviously, if somebody's on the phone and you'll get, because I only got one line, so just try to keep calling and try to keep watching and whatnot.
I will do that. I will call you back as soon as I get closer and I got better signal. I can't. You're breaking up so bad, I don't know if you can even hear me.
Yeah, off and on.
Okay.
Okay.
Love you, Jack.
Hey,
I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.
This is crazy. Cooter coming after. Maybe crazy, but ain't still came back, reach side down, side up. Wheels spinning, David spinning. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Fuck yeah, crazy Cooter. We'll see you later, brother.
Call you back.
Whoop. I'm sorry. If you want to come into the show, hang on a second. You can do what Crazy Cooter did. You can call in. I'm going to copy the link. And I'm also going to copy the, I'd much rather you call, come in via the link or call in at 813-699. I know this number by heart, 0834. 813-699-0834. That's how you call in. But I'm going to say it's better for me. Yeehaw! Every time I hear yeehaw, I'm going to say this as well. Have you ever seen the movie Dr. Strangelove? Okay? Because there was a scene in that movie where and it's Slim Pickens, by the way. If you don't know who Slim Pickens is, the old actor. He's riding down. Okay. This movie was made in the late 50s, early 60s. So I'm going to, for those that haven't seen it, here is a, what do you call it? When you spoiler alert. Spoiler alert for Dr. Strangelove. Slim Pickens is riding a nuclear bomb. Okay. Okay, not Dr. Strange. No, Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Love the Bomb. Not Dr. Strange. No, not Dr. Strange. Okay. Hang on a second. We got another call coming in.
Six Soldier.
Okay. Hey, we got ONT6 Soldier in. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm not doing too good, brother. I'm a little mad to talk about the hire I just heard that we're going to do today.
Well, remember, nothing is official, but I'm going to tell you why you need to step back from the ledge.
Well, can I talk to you while I'm on the ledge first?
Sure, you can talk to me. Well, because everybody wants to hear why you're pissed off. I have no problem with that.
Okay, first of all, I'm just mad about the hire of Josh McDaniels. First of all, do you remember he was the coach of the Denver Broncos? Do you know who he drafted in the first round that year?
Okay, do you know who who had his hands tied because he wasn't in charge of his draft?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Answer my question.
It does not matter.
No.
Pastor Jack, if you're the head coach of the team, he was the one that okayed Tim Tebow. He traded up for Tim Tebow. I'm sorry. I cannot take this man seriously. He traded up for Tim Tebow knowing that he couldn't throw the ball at all. Yes, he had the X factor, but when you can't throw the ball at all, you can't work with him. Second of all, the only two players besides Tim Tebow, the only two good players that he drafted when he was the head coach of the Broncos was Denarius Thomas and Eric Decker. Everybody else was mediocre or a bust.
Okay, and ONT6, I love you, brother, and thank you, by the way, for becoming a member today.
You're welcome.
I will say this. I'll say a couple of things. First off, he was not the GM. And if the GM is telling you this is who we are putting on your team, because remember, Tebow was they reached up in the bottom of the first round to draft him, correct? Because there was the second first round pick that they had, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, there was.
So the GM said, we are going to get you Tim Tebow. Okay, hang on a second. I got to sneeze.
Right.
Ooh, pardon me. Usually I go do doubles. Hopefully, if I call it or if I have to sneeze again, don't be surprised. The GM says, we are going to get you Tim Tebow. So they moved up into the bottom of the second round to get him a quarterback. The GM said that. Now, of course, they're going to say, this is a guy, he's 32 fucking years old.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's like, okay, I can do something with him because he said, hey, he believed in himself. He said, I can do something with him. Now, obviously, the people, and I was at Florida, and again, I'm a Gator, but I know that Tim Tebow was a fantastic running quarterback, but he couldn't throw to save his life. But I will say this, Tim Tebow actually won a playoff game for him. Did he not?
No, he did. He did.
Okay. But the other thing is, again, it's Josh McDaniels was 32 fucking years old. And it was a new experience for him. And when he was in Denver, he emulated to a T Bill Belichick. He was a prick. He was an asshole. And so he didn't realize that you have to be your own man. So this was 11 years ago? And he had a shitty time in Denver. He didn't have a really good defense, okay? And if you notice the coaches before McDaniel and the coaches after McDaniel, they other than when McDaniel was I think the team was 4-12, and he won 3 of those games, so he was 3-9, right? And then they finally fired him. So he didn't do well his second or third year, but the team sucked. Okay, the team sucked. But he was, that's what he was dealt. He was, Denver wanted him for a reason because of his offensive mind. And they rolled the dice on him, but you really can't remember, Tim Tebow doesn't play defense. Right?
Yeah.
Now, granted, he can't throw a pass to save his life, but that goes beyond that as well. But again, this was 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And he is a fantastic offensive mind. And what I am hoping is this, and people are talking about, the GM situation with the Raiders. The Raiders are going to get hopefully it's Dodds, because that's personally who I want as the GM, is Dodds out of Indianapolis. Okay. Now, let me ask you something. If everybody's bitching about the fuck you he did to Indianapolis a couple of years ago when Dodds was the GM, right?
Yeah.
Don't you guys find it a little strange that the day after Dodds interviewed for the GM position, that the Raiders reached out to Josh McDaniel and asked for an interview?
Well, I don't think. This is the thing. I don't mind the GM. I have no problem with the GM. I just don't like the head coach.
Okay, no, but wait a second. Answer my question first. Don't you find that a little strange that after Dodds comes in to interview and he blows the interview away, and they said how fantastic a GM is going to be, that the very next day the Raiders asked for permission for the Patriots to interview Josh McDaniels? What does that tell you?
He's more than likely going to become the head.
Okay, no. It means that anything that happened in Indianapolis is water under the bridge, because I looked into the Indianapolis situation. Indianapolis gave him sold him a set of goods, and then McDaniel looked behind the curtain and said, "Whoa, wait a second, whoa! You said that you were going to do this, and this was the way things were going, and yada 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 yada." And they gave him a bill of sale for shit that they couldn't back up. Okay, and he's like, No. And from what I'm saying is that he and his name was not on the dotted line. His name was not on the dotted line. The Patriots said, "Hey, we'd really like for you to come back." And so he said, "My name's not there. I'm out." Because the Indianapolis Colts under Greg, I know his last name is Ballard. I'm not sure if it's Greg, but I know it's Ballard, was their GM, and he was feeding them a bunch of horse shit. So he backed out. Now, is it a good look? No, but he wasn't attuned to being with M, because they fed him a line of shit, and so he went back to New England. So I find it interesting that the Raiders interviewed Ziegler, who is one of the GMs or the guys that work, because it's Bill Belichick in New England that does the practicing. But Ziegler is the guy that does contracts and things like that. So Ziegler interviews with the Raiders, Dodds interviews with the Raiders, and the day after Dodds' interview, they say, "Hey, we'd like to talk to McDaniel." Now, here's the other thing as well. I'm giving McDaniel, the fact is that as an offensive mind, he's worked with he who shall not be named, because he's a fucking swear word on my show, fucking princess, okay? He's worked with Cam Newton, and he worked with a rookie this year, and that kid won a lot of games for him, but he game plans to who his quarterback is. He game plans as to who his personnel is. Whereas John fucking Gruden has the Gruden playbook, and he won't change it for anything, because I'm John Gruden, and I know better than everybody, and that's why I don't have a real offensive coordinator, guy's offensive coordinator in name only, and Greg Olson, okay? Yeah. And he didn't do anything but scratch his nuts, and probably got Gruden some coffees from Starbucks when he asked for it. I mean, it really is. It's not a good look. So I am aboard. The fact is that the Raiders are going to get a really good GM, either with Dodds or Ziegler, or maybe even Spytek, who they're going to do some interviewing with. I think maybe today they were interviewing the gentleman that was in the Tampa Bay Fake Pirate organization, and they have an interview with McDaniel along with what is it, the defensive guy, Todd Bowles. So the Raiders are going to have a decent GM, a decent to better to borderline really, really good. Yeah, I ain't going to call them great yet, because we got to see what they got. And they're going to have a good coach in McDaniel. And I think the second time around, and you found out that when Bill Belichick did the second time around with the Patriots, the Cheatriots, he was the best coach recently, right? So I have a feeling that after learning how he fucked up the first time, he's going to take all of those lessons learned and impart upon it. Hey, this is what I did the first time that was horrible. I'm going to be a lot better next time. So I wouldn't mind McDaniel. I wouldn't mind Harbaugh. But I think Harbaugh, the big sticking point with Harbaugh from what I hear, and again, this is from what I'm hearing and what I'm reading and what I'm inferring, is that Jim Harbaugh wants total control of the team. And Mark Davis said, fuck you. We just got rid of that shit. And we're not going to have some fucking coach dictate to the organization how he wants to do X, Y, and Z. No, you're going to have somebody you're going to have to bounce shit off of. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm agreed that the Raiders are going to have a better than average GM. Okay?
Yeah.
And they're going to have a good offensive-minded head coach in McDaniel or Harbaugh. I don't think it's going to be Harbaugh. I think it's going to be McDaniel. Or Todd Bowles, who has really good experience as a head coach. And this will be his third time head coaching if it actually comes here. Okay?
Yeah.
And so I'm good with this. Now, my main concern, okay, is this. And I'm going to put Jack Kenna's thing up. By the way, Jack, I said fuck you in a nice way. Okay? This is my concern, okay?
Yeah.
The defense is going to be stripped of their coaches and the players that don't want to be in a situation, okay?
Yeah.
That's my concern. But if they bring in a D coordinator, and I think it's going to be Wink Martindale, who is a 3-4 guy. That's the unfortunate thing is that I think the Raiders are obviously better suited for 4-3 because they have the players for it. But if it's Wink Martindale, at least Wink Martindale knows how to spell the word blitz.
Yeah.
And I'm all for an aggressive defense. Todd Bowles, if he comes in here, now granted he would come in here as the head coach, he wouldn't do a lateral. He wouldn't do a lateral from Tampa to here as the DC unless they said, "Hey, we're going to make you assistant head coach." And I still think that probably wouldn't fly. But Todd Bowles would be a great defensive coordinator, and he runs a 4-3. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, and I agree. Like I said, I get you're mad. I get it. And people are saying, fuck the Patriot shit. But you know what? The Patriot way, and I know that I'm going to throw up a little bit in my mouth when I say that. The Patriot way for all of these years has worked. It's unfortunate, but it's true.
I know, but the other thing that has me worried, if we hire Josh McDaniels, he's going to turn this defense from a 4-3 to a 3-4. And our best players on defense cannot play in that system.
I just said that.
Giannis,
yeah.
Giannis, he used to be with the Ravens and he used to run the 3-4. He had his worst season ever. That's what they let him because he didn't fit that system. He goes to a 4-3. He fits perfect in the system.
Yeah.
And so does Max. I don't think they can both play with their hands. With standing up in that defense. You know what I mean? That's the thing that has me worried. This defense has been built to play a 4-3. Now you're telling me in the offseason they're gonna go from that to the 3-4 is not gonna work. It's just gonna set us back. That's what has me worried. We just made the playoffs. We need to build on this and keep going forward, not take a step back. I think if we hire McDaniels, we're gonna take a step back. And the thing is too, who knows if he wants to keep Derek Carr? What if he falls in love with Pickett or with that quarterback from any of these quarterbacks in the draft?
Okay.
That's what has me worried.
But here's the other thing. First off, I think that Derek Carr is safe for a year. I think he's safe for a year because, again, Josh McDaniels works with the quarterbacks that are on his roster. And I think that he would work with Derek Carr. Okay? I think he would work with Derek Carr because, again, Carr's there for another year. And I think that he would be attuned to maybe even doing like a 1 to 2 year extension with him. I actually feel better with Derek Carr with McDaniel than a bunch of the other coaches. I think he will be safe. Now, I will say this, though. I know the Raiders in the next year or two, and I'm hoping it's next year, they need to draft the quarterback of the future because Derek Carr has been there how many years? What, 8?
Yeah.
How much longer do you think that they're going to be? Okay. How much are they going to be there? So I'm just saying, yes, about everybody. I'm trying to get the comments up. And again, I love everybody. It's a possible. I know my biggest concern is like with you is with the defense. My biggest concern is with the defense. And the other thing is that I think Bradley is not going to be retained. But here's the thing: Yannick was on a 1-year deal anyway. He was on a
2-year.
He was on a 2-year. Okay, I apologize. He was on a 2-year deal, but what's to say that I don't know what the savings are if Yannick is not built for this defense.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that if it's because if it's Fangio, I think Fangio would be more adept in running a 3-4-4-3 cross like a hybrid and using the players to their ability. Okay, Martindale, who obviously is coming out of Baltimore, runs a 3-4, and Yannick was there and he didn't play well. But I don't know all of the different reasons why Yannick didn't play well, because sometimes it's a matter of your environment, your teammates, what's going on. He had a bad year. Now, granted, it's not his system, but who's to say that he can't play better in it? I'm not saying that it's going to be great, but Yannick and Max and don't forget about Coons, who I think will come into his own. Okay, as those outside rushers, and I think that remember. Coons, I think, can play an outside linebacker type position, in the 3-4. And then you got Coons and then Max and then Yannick. And I know Cleve Farrell will play so much better in this defense. I know he will. So it's a matter of getting corners that can press and cover. And it's going to be different. I think you can throw Abram in the box a bit more, okay, where he should play anyway, okay?
Yeah.
So my biggest concern is the defense. I think we'll be fine on offense. I really do. Because if Aaron Rodgers comes over, and I think he will, you're going to have to go up against Rodgers twice, Herbert twice, and Kermit the Frog twice, and you're going to need to build up that defense anyway.
No, I feel you. But I don't know, Scott. So we'll see what happens, Captain. But I don't know, but I'm just disappointed. But until it's official, I'm hoping and pray that it don't happen. But we'll see, brother. I just hope that Mark Davis knows what he's doing this time, and I just hope that it's just the right move, and whatever happens is going to happen. But you know what I mean? Hopefully everything turns out for the best.
Yeah, and trust me, there, shipmate. I hope so too. I hope so too. But I will. Oh no, always, man. Come in via video next time.
I will, brother. Thanks for having me on. God bless, and everyone take care.
God bless you. Like I said, go step back from the ledge, brother. Step back from the ledge, okay? Give it at least 2 years. Give it at least 2 years, and if you go on the ledge again, I'll be out there, and I'll be like the dudes you see in the movies that's giving you coffee and making sure you come closer. Step back. And because, dude, I am a 50-year Raider fan. I've gone from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, and I'm here every year. But I still believe. Now, I'm not a eternal optimist, but I can see the positivity things going as I can.
Yeah. I feel you, brother. I appreciate that. Anything else, call you, brother. God bless, and ever have a good night.
God bless you, and hey, thanks for coming aboard the galleon there, brother.
Okay, brother. Bye-bye.
All right. That was ONT6 Soldier. Good to hear from him. Again, by the way, we can fucking cuss tonight. We can fucking cuss tonight. Which is cool. And again, it's people ask me, they're like, why do you do the Roku TV with Northeast Streams? Because I am a person that is very faithful when I make a when I make a promise, when I say I'm going to do something, and somebody reaches out to me, and I'm a partner with them, I'm going to be straight with them, okay? And Northeast Streaming Sports wanted me to stick with them, and I made the commitment with them, so that's why I have to tone my language down. It doesn't mean that we can't have great discussions. It just means I try to have y'all step away from cussing. But I'm going to try to have more of these uncensored, at least once every 2 weeks, maybe once a week, but get the word out. By the way, again, if you're over there on Instagram, thank you for being there on Instagram. You are watching Uncensored Rapping with Captain Jack at Sports Talk. And I enjoy being here. And I know Vince loves cussing. Because if Vince didn't love cussing, he wouldn't be giving me these what do you call it? These tips for doing shots of Bailey's and Grand Marnier. Oh, and by the way, I have my Grand Marnier. I got my Grand Marnier right here. What the hell is this? Oh, it's a Raider bottle. It's I saw some. So I got some Grand Marnier. See, this is what Captain drinks. So again, come into the show, and thank you everybody for being here. Share this up with everybody. Okay. Oh, we got Cooter back, so we're gonna get Cooter back on the phone.
Crazy Cooter Vikings. To accept, press 1.
All right, Cooter, are you closer, brother?
Yeah, man, you just mentioned something about trying to call on a video call. That's your one-up?
Well, yeah. When you see the link, right, that I put in the show, it says the StreamYard link. That is the link, so you can come in via video, and the sound is a hell of a lot better as well.
Okay, because I just tried to call you through the one-up app.
No. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with WhatsApp. It's the link that I put in with YouTube, and it says HTTPS StreamYard.com and a bunch of letters and numbers. That's the link.
You know what? You are absolutely right, Jack. iPhones suck when it comes to that because I can't see any of that shit.
Yep. Yeah, I know iPhones.
I can't see your thing for the Chiefs thing. So you're gonna have. I just sent you a text saying that send me the information because I want to become part of that. Obviously. Okay.
Well, can you find an Android or go to a Microsoft computer when you availability?
The only computer I have is the one at home, and I'm not going to be home for about another 3 weeks. And the only other computer I have is my Mac. So, yeah. Well,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fucking Apple sucks, and it's one of the reasons why I was doing sports commentary on Apple, where I was doing the show, and I actually bought an Apple iPod just in order to do it. And I told them, I said, I would have more people coming over here if we were on Android. I would have more people listening to my broadcast on Android. They're like, yeah. Fuck you. And that's just the way it was.
Okay, so you just mentioned Sharon Rodgers. Where do you think that schmuck's going to go?
I think he's going to Denver. And the question is will they bring Devontae Adams with him? Because, again, I'm looking. It says that Adams is looking for $30 million a year.
Okay, so here's another thing. Don't you think that he is such a schmuck that he didn't even go congratulate Jimmy Garoppolo at the end of the game, and he walks off the field in a fucking pout? I can't stand the guy. He's an idiot. That was just bullshit sportsmanship for him to do that at the end of that game.
Well, I'm not a fan of his as well, and that's I can't stand him personally, like I can't stand Mahomes personally, but you got to give him, the fact is that athletically, they are top performers. But yeah, I don't like him. It's like I don't like LeBron James. I sorry about that. I don't like LeBron James. He's one of the better players in basketball over the last 20 years. But fuck LeBron James. Okay. It's just the way it is.
The only thing I see that I can respect about Sharon is that he won't take the jab. And I am so against that. You are not. This is what Ted Nugent says. Ted Nugent says on his American Campfire, he says that Mr. O'Biden, if you think you're the fucking emperor, and you think that I'm going to take some experimental sheep juice that nobody can hold themselves accountable for, you can fuck right off.
Okay. Well, hey, Cooter, I respect your opinion, but I try to stay clear of subjects.
I know. Let's stay away from that. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I apologize, and yes, I'll stay away from that.
No worries.
That's the only thing I can, so about why does the NFL kiss his ass and not make him take the jab? I don't know if that's political or not, but why is Aaron Rodgers so special?
Well, he's not, and actually, Princess wasn't so special that they finally gave him a personal foul for being an asshole. And I was so glad to see that the other day, because he thinks he's so fucking special that he can't tell the official, cuss at the official. Well, fuck you, asshole. You just got yourself your first personal foul penalty in 20-something years of playing football, but you fucking deserved it because you're a fucking asshole.
Are you talking about Sharon or are you talking about Dak?
I'm not talking about Dak. I'm talking about the princess who plays for the fake Pirates.
Okay. All right. So back to the Vikings.
Okay.
I think that Cousins is going to be on the bubble because Quasi is not going to pay him the money that they.
Yeah, not at all.
No way, because of the analytics and what I know about this guy so far, they are not going to keep Cousins. He is going to be gone.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Happy for that.
Yeah.
I think that we should have kept Case Keenum. Would have been better than freaking Cousins. I mean, look how good he did in 2018. I was at the Minneapolis Miracle. That was an incredible game. And here's another thing. If the Vikings think that they are going to go after Sean Payton, I will go personally slap the freaking Wills because of what he did to Favre in 2009. We got so fucked out of our Super Bowl that year because of what Sean Payton did. He should have been banned from the league, just like they did to Pete Rose. He got a slap on the wrist for what he did to Favre, and that was absolutely unexcusable. Yes, I can forgive the guy, but I want Jim Harbaugh. I want Jim Harbaugh bad.
Well, you know what? You might get Jim Harbaugh, but here's the thing, is that from what I'm hearing, Jim Harbaugh wants complete control of the team, and if Quasi just came in as your GM, and he's going to tell Harbaugh, no, fuck you, man. I'm the GM here. You're going to have to go through me, and I'm running shit, not you. So I don't think you're going to be able to get that as well.
I didn't know that. So is that why he's interested in Chicago? The Bears? The Bears.
Well, here's the other thing is that the Bears just have a new GM, and they just picked Matt Eberflus as their head coach. Okay. So
I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah. Eberflus is the new head coach in Chicago, and he's a good guy. He's got some good pedigree. He's definitely better than the fucking assholes that they had the last couple times that they've had there. So
right.
I think that it will be one of those things where if he goes to Chicago, we'll see. I don't think so because again, they got a new GM. And it's a matter of are they going to give Jim Harbaugh the keys to the kingdom?
So who do you think is the front runner for our head coach?
In Minnesota, I was told that the front runner in Minnesota was Eric Bieniemy.
Oh, now who's he from?
Eric Bieniemy is the offensive coordinator, i.e., guy who gets the donuts for Andy Reid for the Chiefs.
From the chef, okay?
Right.
All right, well, hey, anybody on any, you know what, I like Andy Reid. I just don't like the chef. I mean, Andy has been around so long that I know how much of a hatred you have towards the chef.
I do.
Because, hey, and me, you know how I am. It's either Vikings or the Raiders. You guys are my second team. I've told you that before.
I know. We appreciate that. Actually, Cooter,
it's the Vikings or the Raiders. Man.
Right. And you know how many
all the way.
You know how many teams or people have already told me, Well, I'm a fan of X, but my second favorite team is the Raiders. If the Raiders had a contest for how many people love the Raiders or love their team, and the Raiders were their second favorite team, it would win hands down. Hey, Cooter, I'm going to let you go because I got to get to OG Daniel and I got to get to Raphael. I'm going to do a double screen with them, and it's always good hearing from you, brother.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, one more time.
Do it.
Crazy Cooter coming at you, man. Crazy, but get that grease side down, sunny side up, and then we're rocking the house with Captain Jack tonight. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Take care, brother. Hey, drive.
Remember the cameo in Armageddon where the guy was riding the nuclear bomb up on the ship.
Right, and that's right out of Dr. Strangelove. That's why I said you got to watch Dr. Strangelove.
Yep.
That's it. Hey, take care, partner.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right, hey, drive safe, Cooter.
Oh yeah, always keep that grease side down, and we got to keep the wheels rolling.
All right,
cool.
Be well, brother.
God bless, sir.
God bless you as well. That's crazy, Cooter, man. I'm gonna get OG Daniel and Raphael on. We're gonna do a double screen because they're so fucking awesome. I can't keep them off the screen, and I'm putting them side by side. I'm not even separating them.
Let me see that shirt, Raphael.
Do the shirt. Let me see the shirt.
We brought him over to the dark side.
We got it. We got him.
It's fucking right.
Oh yeah.
You got fucking right. I'm on the dark side now.
There you go. Now remember,
that's a Raiders fan.
There you go. Now remember, folks, and I said it here. First off, if you like what you see, please give a like, because I appreciate that as well. But I will say this: please comment. Please comment after the show. Now, I see the stuff in the chat. I get it. I appreciate it. But please comment after the show. The more interaction that we have as a channel, the more people are going to see it because it's going to be recommended. And I love our crew, but I want more people in here because it makes the show that much better. Okay? We got Raider Nation in here, but as you can see, Cooter's a Vikings fan, and he calls in religiously. We got Jared, who's a Steelers fan. We got other people that are in here. I love a great show with a bunch of different people. So how are you fuckers doing tonight?
Doing fucking great.
There you go.
You know what? I'll tell you, the thing is, leaving the comments after the show, it is so much fun the next day to be able to reply to everyone and talk to everyone just like me and you, that kind of thing. And that's what the reward of comments after the show.
That's it. Please, folks, if you like what you see, throw a like up there. Tell people about it. Please comment after the show. It makes it pushed out, and we'll get more people on here. It just makes the show better. So I want to ask, because people were asking me, and they said, "Hey, what are your thoughts on Josh McDaniels?" If you didn't hear me, I'm not going to go over it again. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So I'm going to ask the old fucker in the middle. Okay. Hey, okay. Thanks, Sebastian, for popping in. Appreciate that. I'm going to ask the fucker in the middle, and then I'm going to ask Raphael, who dropped an F-bomb. Blessings to you as well, sir.
Yep.
On your thoughts of that.
I don't want any more Bill Belichick tree failures on our team. I don't want them. Let me explain.
Okay.
Most of the people that Bill Belichick runs everything. A lot of his guys are just yes men. I don't trust this whole idea. I think Mark Davis is doing everything backwards. You got to have a team president. Have your team president pick your GM, and then have your GM pick your coach. We're going to hire a GM and a coach. It's like you don't even know if these guys get along. You know what I mean? I don't like it, Sam. I am.
Okay. Well, that's your opinion. Okay. I'm going to say that you say I don't want any more Belichick disciples in the league, but I will say this. Look at the coaches and where they went. Okay. O'Brien and Crennel had the Texans and they sucked. Okay. shitty franchise, couldn't do anything with it. Okay,
Dysfunctional franchise.
dysfunctional franchise.
Yep.
Where did Mangini go? He went. He went to the Browns and the Jets. Shitty franchises.
Dysfunctional franchise.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Matt Patricia went to Detroit. I'll jazz it up for him. He went to Detroit. And Detroit is what?
Dysfunctional franchise.
Okay. So
Josh McDaniel goes to the Raiders. Dysfunctional franchise.
Wait a second. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Josh McDaniels went to the Broncos when they sucked and had no defense, and he was 32 years old. And 32 years old, Josh McDaniels is not a 32-year-old John Madden, correct?
Right.
Yeah, it was 2 years. 2 years from 2009 to 2010.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And then he would come to St. Louis Rams in 2011, and then he was coming back from the New England Patriots from 2012.
Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, I am more on the lines of I think that this will be a good thing for the Raiders.
We're a dysfunctional franchise.
I'm more of an optimist, but here's the other thing as well. Okay, I'm more worried about the defense, which McDaniels does not have any control of, other than he's the head coach. I am more worried about the defense than anything else. By the way, all those people screaming about Bisaccia is basically out the door. It's not official yet, but Bisaccia has gone to Chicago. He's gone. So don't
players are gutting our defensive coaches.
Okay.
They're coming after Bisaccia. They come after our linebackers coach. They're coming after our defensive. They're going to make our defensive line coach a coordinator, and then the donkeys are doing their damnedest to lure away Miles.
Yep,
that's not good.
Well, but you know what? You can't stop somebody from getting a position as DC, and that's
right.
You can't do it. And it's unfortunate, but Ron Miles deserves it. He deserves it. He deserves it.
And Bisaccia deserves some job security somewhere, and that's why he jumped.
Right.
Okay. Or that's one idea. Here everybody's saying, "Oh well, Bisaccia, you know what? They grabbed him up. Look, they made him an offer, and it was probably an offer he couldn't refuse because he wanted to make sure he had a job, because he doesn't know what's going on in this organization probably either. He's not making those decisions. What's going on? Or here's the other scenario. They told him, we want to keep you as head coach, and he went, hell no. Too much pressure. I don't have an offense or defensive pedigree. You never know. You don't know. We aren't going to know that, and Bisaccia will never tell anybody, and Mark Davis will never tell anybody. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, our defense is, we're getting gutted from the top. I mean, basically the Bears just ate the head off our defense. Okay.
Until it's official, though. Until it's official, it's unfortunate, but it goes without saying. These players are Bradley pedigree. The guys that were coming in, remember, it's Faison, Pylon, Hayward. Okay, they were players that Bradley knew, and Ngakoue, even though he's not Chargers, but Ngakoue played for him in Jacksonville. They came in to play under Bradley. Okay, I get it, but it's a matter of, do you want to play for a coach, or do you want to play for the team? And now it's up to the players to decide, do I want to play for a particular coach, or do I want to play for the shield? And that's just what you have to ask yourselves. It's more about, it's not that me shit. It's about the team shit. And yeah, the coaches are gone, but because there is going to be a dissolution of the defense, and that's what I'm more worried about than anything else, is the dissolution of the defense. I think the offense is going to be upgraded. Tremendously with McDaniel. People are saying it could be Harbaugh, but no, Harbaugh wants all that power, and I don't see it happening.
Regardless, if we go to a 3-4 defense, Corey Littleton and Cleve Farrell are going to be our stars. Okay. There are some guys who might know the 3-4 from college or some other team, but we're going to throw away a lot of wheat and a lot of chaff. That's the way I mean, it's just concerning.
Yeah. I think that Pylon might stay, Jack, because Pylon is that type of road grading big fucker that you need in the middle. And I think that he will stay because he's not going to, I don't think he's going to get a look with anybody other than wherever Bradley might go to. Okay. Because of his injury. Okay. And he enjoys beating the fuck out of the Chargers, and he's not going to be able to do that wherever Bradley goes if it's not in the AFC West. I think Pylon has a good chance of re-signing with the Raiders, especially if we basically stash him on IR. I think and I love the way Darius Pylon played, okay? And Pylon has the body type to be that road grader fucking nose tackle that you need to take up space and blow through people in a 3-4. I think that Davis, the kid out of Georgia, fits that mold tremendously. Okay, there are other people that will do that. It's a matter of, I think that Ngakoue is going to take a step back. I think Max will be okay anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I think he will be okay because he's got that constant motor anyway, and he'll be great. Farrell is going to upgrade. Littleton is going to upgrade. We were talking about Corey Littleton we're paying Corey Littleton all this fucking money, and he sucks. Okay, so there you go. I mean, it's a bit of pluses and minuses, but we need to see where we go and who we got. And by the way, like I said, I'm sorry to see Rich Bisaccia go, but let me ask you a question honestly. Okay, the Raiders have the best kicking combo in the NFL.
Right.
They do.
Yes.
The best kicking combo in the NFL. But what about their special teams? Honestly, were our special teams good this year?
They're all right.
Honestly.
As far as kicking and punting, excellent. Excellent.
Nope.
As far as everything else, we're okay.
That's only one portion of it. We had the best punter. We had the best kicker.
Everything else was kind of okay.
It was medium, mediocre, middle of the pack. So if you're saying that we're gonna put our eggs in Rich Bisaccia being the greatest special teams coach since Jim Fossil Jr. or whatever the other fucking Fossil is that played, that's a special teams coach or whoever, the answer is no. I mean, and again, I like Coach Rich. I like what he did with the team, but he wasn't. I think that out of respect, they at least told him, say, Rich, we don't have plans for you. And I think that was at least respectful that we let him know that. And that's why he packed up and he took an offer.
Well, I just wish we could clone Matuzak if we go to a 3-4.
I think we all could clone Matuzak. That's true. Yeah. Hey, Raider Jason, not at $30 million a year. Devontae Adams wants to get paid $30 million a year, not at $30 million a year. It's one of those things
in the NFL, and he wants the best receiver pay.
You know what? But if he wants to play with his buddy, he'll take a pay rate.
Well,
he'll take a pay rate. Okay. And Matthew, I'd love to see Gerald McCoy back as well, but I don't think that's going to happen either. I think he keeps playing.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I think he's playing his last game.
Yes. Well,
yeah. And there are other people. There's Allen Robinson. There's DJ Chark. There's other receivers out there that are similar in stature, in catches, in statistics than Devontae Adams. Yeah, Devontae Adams is tops. But are you going to give one guy $30 million? No, I'm not doing that.
Unless Carr takes a serious discount.
Well, and that's possible as well. And we'll see how much he wants to play with his buddy.
Yeah, we'll see. Exactly.
Yeah.
Money will talk. But
Right. And Sebastian says Christian Kirk's available and he plays for the Cardinals and he's a great receiver. And no, I said that correctly. Christian Kirk is a great receiver. A
Mm.
is he
great
a number one?
well, he would be if they didn't have the other kid there was it injured all the time.
Right. What I'm saying though is we want a number one receiver. We need a wide receiver one.
Well,
Oh,
I think Christian Kirk can ascend to that. I really think he can.
And what do you think about that kid from Georgia, defensive tackle, Jordan?
Jordan Davis, I said he would fit the
Oh,
bill
man.
and what we were.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's gonna fit it.
6'6", 340, and he moves offensive lines. He's a
Right.
monster. I would love to get that kid.
Yeah. And the other thing is, like I said, this is a draft that is full of wide receivers. This is a draft that is full of offensive and defensive linemen. This is why you want to say this is where you build your franchise out. You build your
We can
franchise.
pick up defensive linemen, leave the
Exactly.
offensive linemen, get some in free agency. You know, there's some guys out there. They don't have to be Pro Bowlers. They just got to be good. You know, a good tackle and a good guard.
Yep.
Pick up one in the draft and work him up to it. And then, you know, wide receiver, pick up one of those. We need a wide receiver one, though. There's guys out there besides Devontae that are available, won't cost as much, that are really wide
Exactly.
receiver
Yes.
ones. And we need some pick up some coverage linebackers, you know, linebackers who aren't afraid to stick their head in the fight, but also can cover.
Yeah, well, we haven't had a linebacker to cover since I think the 70s.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Okay, so gentlemen, like I said, now I know you're not. Like I said, you're not enthused, but I'm saying until things are finalized, you know, just let it play out. Let it
I'm
play out.
emotionally on pause right now with all that. It's like I want to find. Yeah, let's see what happens when the dust settles, and then we can sit there and go, okay, here's
Exactly.
what we got. Here's what we got to work with. Here's what you know. But I'm not thrilled about it because we were starting to head in the right direction, I think. And unfortunately, yeah, it's not going to work. We do have to upgrade, and
Yeah, it might have something about it because it's gonna be a shocking moment because we need to we need to find the perfect formula to see looking at each other because of the free agents, of the college football players, and to mention about the Christian Kerr, he's a totally beast because he was playing for the Texas A&M before he got drafted the Arizona Cardinals, and that kid was awesome. And he's just yes, because I'm looking for the stats right now, and that was immediately as soon as this play is, I was like, wow, that's gonna be a perfect fit for anybody else. But it seems that he's signed up for the Arizona Cardinals, but I'm not very sure it's gonna be a contract or it's gonna stand it. But I hope that it will be the perfect fit for the Raiders, just like a speed wide receiver, and of course a linebacker because we need to solid the defense right now. We need anything could happen right now because we're not going to waste another time to see the receivers or linebackers. We need a solid team that anything could happen. And right now it seems like the coach and the general manager they say, hey, after the interviews it's going to be like the Raiders organization, so we're going to put the perfect time to look at the perfect coach right now, and let's see what's going to happen. What's going to happen that season right now. So it might be Dobbs, it might be Carver, it might be Josh McDaniels. So I'm not very sure about this. So that's not the point decision about it. So the right decision is going to make the Raiders have to fit that coach to lead us to the victory.
Hey, John B., thanks for being here, brother. I got you, and obviously, Raphael, thanks for your comment. I'm trying to listen and scan at the same time. Robert Dar, there is one or two Fa'alale, who who's out of Minnesota, would be a fantastic right tackle. And I think he would be available at 22. Davis might be gone at 22, but there's also the kid that's the right tackle for the Jets that people are talking about. I think Denzel Good comes in and he gets moved over to left guard, and Simpson is a valet at Caesar's Palace next week.
Hey, you know what? I got some really good news today.
Okay.
The Congress
Ooh.
is sitting down with a round table of people who were victims of the Washington football team and are probably going to subpoena those emails. Now, when the U.S. Congress tells you, give me the damn emails, they're going to give them up, and the NFL will be exposed, and Roger Goodell will be someone we can't boo in the first round announcements of the draft because he won't be there.
We can only hope and pray.
Well, between them and Gruden's lawsuit, they're going to have to give up them emails some point.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, Squid, I got you coming in a minute. Gentlemen, your last thoughts out the door. I wanted to bring you in as a combo because I know you guys love each other. And isn't it great we can fucking cuss now? Now, I will say this. Remember on the other shows, gotta be nice. Gotta be nice.
That's why I'm keeping my mouth shut, because, well, if it's in Roku, I can wow. Because right now, gentlemen, but when it's not on Roku, I can say holy fucking shit.
There you go. You can say holy fucking shit. And for those, like I said, Raphael, I hope that I haven't been a bad influence. Maybe OG Daniel has.
No, I'm not a bad influence for anyone. No, I'm not a bad influence.
No. We are a bad influence on you. That's what we want to make sure. No. We just, because if you, and by the way, you don't have to cuss. We respect you as it is, brother.
Oh,
we
yes.
respect you as it is.
Yeah, the only times I cussed tonight was on purpose.
Exactly. Yeah, because we need to do this. And again, Bishop's in the house, and he's a Raiders fan. He's also a sailor. He's heard it before, but that's just the way it is.
Yep.
We got it. Gentlemen, it's always a pleasure. I'm going to get Raider Squid in here because I lost him the other night. It's great having you here. Thank you for coming in uncensored. Get the word out. Remember, comment after the show, please.
And I'll see you Tuesday night, Skipper.
Tuesday night. We are doing Phil Villapiano, Chronicles of the Black Hole. Phil Villapiano, 9:00 Eastern on the Chronicles of the Black Hole channel, as well as my channel, but on the program, Chronicles of the Black Hole.
You got my email, right?
Yes, sir, I did. Yes, sir, I did.
So it went through?
Oh, yes.
Well, actually, wait, which email? Never mind. Just because I've gotten a couple emails from you, so hopefully
it said MURF, not MURP.
Yes, and I sent it to him.
It went through. Good.
It went through. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, we'll have some special guests on Tuesday night.
Well, hopefully we will. You know, we got some people from a wonderful broadcast, hopefully joining us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to get you out. I'm going to get Squid and Jack in here. We're going to do another 2-screen. It's always good hearing from you.
You too.
Oh, yes.
Talk to you soon.
Yeah, fuck my whatever. That's it.
Well, there you go. Raphael, you have a good night too, bro.
Okay, have a wonderful, good fucking night, Ocho Danny. I'll respect you. Yes, sir.
Hey, remember, Raphael, find out where they got that shirt from. I want to get it.
Of course.
There
I
want that too.
All right.
All right,
yes,
guys. We'll see it. We'll see you next time. Thanks again.
Good night.
Good night.
All right. We got Raphael gone. We got OG gone. We're gonna get our next two folks. Squid, are you there? I see a black screen. I know Jack's here. I'm gonna okay, Squid, I hope I don't have like just a black screen there. Oh, bad connection. Squid, I get a spinning circle of death.
I'm seeing the same thing.
Yeah, I get a spinning circle of death. Let me go to private chat. Wait a second. Hey,
so how you doing, Cap?
I'm good.
I'm sorry I missed OG.
Fix your fucking camera. Okay. I'm gonna say because I got hey Squid, you're gonna be backstage. Fix your camera. Yep, there you go. He popped. Okay, so there it is. We got Jack in here. Jack, how you doing there, brother?
I'm doing excellent. How you doing, man?
I'm okay. Like I said, I'm not ready to. There we go. Now I got it. Now I got a 3-screen going. I got Jack McKenna. I got Raider Squid in the house. Gentlemen, good to see you as well. I know that Jack is pissed. Oh, Squid, what are your thoughts? Because I already heard from Jack, and I'm going to let you guys reiterate your thoughts. But I'm telling you, it's not. I mean, the sun is gonna. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow we'll still be Raider fans. Go on there, Squid. What are your thoughts, brother?
I'm honestly tired of going back and forth worrying about shit that I have no control over.
Thank you.
I think that is, and you touched on it. At the end of the day, they're going to make the fucking decisions that they want, and we're going to be fucking here supporting them, traveling to games, traveling to fucking events, regardless of who the GM and who the coach is and who these players are we're going to pick up in the offseason. And I've been there, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't the happiest when I'm hearing all these fucking McDaniels rumors. Like, I don't. Yes, you go back and you look at the history and you're like, fuck, Belichick doesn't have the best pipeline and all of this shit. But at the same, it's the back and forth. Who are you 12 years ago? Fuck. 12 years ago, I was a little shit just joining this. So I'm definitely not the same person I was 12 years ago. So if we want to base it off of that, and I've been stressed over this shit. Like, for what? At the end of the day, I'm still going to fucking wear my silver and black. My flags are still up. Driving around, people have been asked, "Oh, your team's out, right? Okay, cool. There's still games being played. I don't need to be confused for some fucking 12 up here. Like, football's still being played, and I'm still a fucking Raider fan, regardless of who gets to play tomorrow or Sunday, whatever it is. I don't care. Like, I'm a fucking Raider fan, and that's what you got until football season. The moment football season's over and the Super Bowl, I take my flags down. So
we lost Jack. Jack, come back! Come back, Jack! Come back, Jack! I sound like Titanic. Come back, Jack!
That's where I'm at. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yes, I'm not the biggest McDaniel fan because of the Belichick pipeline, but I'm more concerned about the GM, and I'm still hearing from everybody else, all you guys, putting out that Dobbs is still not out. Nothing is set in stone. There was talks about Dobbs is the one pulling the strings about bringing McDaniels in.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Yeah,
and that to me makes me feel more comfortable because at least the pedigree of working under Al, I'm a big fucking Kobe fan, and when I was reading about Dobbs saying, "What have we done?" There's a very famous video. A lot of people have seen it. Kobe is asked, "You're up 2-0. Why aren't you happy? What the fuck is there to be happy about? It's not over yet." And that fucking Mamba mentality, like, I fucking love it. Not to jump in, every conversation turns into a DC conversation. We don't have that. Like, that fucking killer instinct, like, rip their fucking throats out. I'm gonna step on you. I was just watching, here we go, Kobe. Just talking about he would see in high school the top 100 list, and he wasn't the people ahead of him. He would seek them out to be better than them, and when he would play them in tournaments, he would try to fucking destroy them, like knock them off this fucking list. This is a kid in high school. Again, Kobe fan, a little bit. But
you'll see my Kobe jersey on another day. I actually got a Kobe jersey to wear, so like, you'll see that as well.
On my gear, I have nothing but Raiders. It's nothing but Raider patches. I have my Kobe patch. Of course, I have my the super fans, the elite super fans, all that kind of jazz. I'm probably gonna throw a Pancho Villa patch on there just because I never met the man, but growing up, Pancho Villa to me is one of those super fans that just, it's Pancho Villa. Like, there's no, I don't know.
Yeah. Pancho Villa, for those that don't know, a fantastic member of Bill's Mafia that was well loved and respected. He lost his battle to illness. I can't remember if it was cancer, I believe. But yeah, a couple years back, and fantastic guy. I know that Pinto Ron is another guy I respect very well out of Bill's Mafia. Obviously, our girl Tiffany, You
And-
know, there's a lot of really, really great Bills fans that we love. So, you know, we take it upon ourselves to try to give respect amongst the folks that dress out as well. Jack, you've been strangely quiet, even though because obviously
I've
you
been
said,
waiting.
yeah, I know. I was gonna say, hey, Squid, love you. Shut the fuck up so I can hear from Jack. Okay.
Oh, it's kind of weird. Like you can swear on your show now.
Well,
And tell me to shut up and not swear.
yeah,
Okay.
well, no.
So,
Only
I don't like being told what the fuck to do.
uncensored shows. Only on uncensored shows. There will be a delineation. You will see uncensored first.
So
The regular shows will be Roku, and if you don't see the word uncensored, it's a shh, be very, very quiet, and please watch your fucking mouth. Okay, there you go.
So Squid, first of all, thank you for being a young man and being a Raiders fan. That's great. I love it. Because, you didn't get to see all the old stuff like me and Cap saw, like back in the 70s. And it's like, I look at like what's going on with, Patriots coach, Patriots GMs. It's all Bill. And you know what? They put a thing like all the coaches that got signed be head coaches in the NFL. They have a 41% winning percentage. 41%. That's not representing, very well, like in that Bill Belichick tree. It's like if you could be pull a hard ass and be Bill Belichick, yeah, players are going to respect that. But if you can't show a winning season and you have the same type of mentality, then that don't fly well with players anymore. Sorry,
Okay.
it just doesn't happen.
I get
So
you.
I honestly, like you said, I will not be happy with the Josh McDaniels signing. That's horrible. That is actually horrible. I would have had Rich Bisaccia like way over him. And on your show last night, when you said he's going to the Bears, I was kind of blown away. I'm like, wow, Mark Davis couldn't at least offered him something more.
You don't
wait.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know because it might have been that Mark Davis said, you know what, Rich, we're going another direction, but out of respect, we would
What
like
basis
to have
would you hire Bisaccia on, other than he turned it around and he's a light guy? Because I can tell you right now, some of the best bosses that I worked for weren't my best fucking friends, but they knew their shit, and that's what I care about. At the end of the day, all of this is nice and talk, but at the end of you touched on it 100%. I'm with you on the winning. That's what matters to me. And I've said it before, the car conversation, you can throw in anybody. If there's somebody in there that fucking you throw Joe Schmo from the corner and he's winning you games, that's what I care about. Because you're right. I didn't get to know. I didn't get to watch that history, the winning. That wasn't in my era, unfortunately. I've seen realistically 3 or 4 winning seasons in my time as a fan. I saw our winning on tape, the DVDs in the history, and I've gone back on Captain Jack's videos, and there's DVDs out there to seek it, and I've seen it. I'm with you on that. But so what basis other than he's liked do you have to, not to shit on Bisaccia, because at the end of the day, he got us to the playoffs.
He did something that no one's ever done. 61 years, he got us to the playoffs. And yes, we could say, yeah, it's a John Gruden team. I like John Gruden. And yes, we could say we went to the Super Bowl in 2002. It was a John Gruden team when John Gruden was in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
But we got there. So it's like Bisaccia did something that no one's ever done. So I'm not saying that Bisaccia was my number one. What I've said even on last night's show was like Bisaccia should have got offered a contract to get paid almost head money, coaching money, to stay our special teams coach. I'm not saying our special teams was all that great.
It wasn't.
But that's my issue with it too, though. Some of the mistakes.
But at the same time, what you have in him is you have a coach that the players are going to play for. And you know what? What if whoever we hired doesn't work out? You got Bisaccia. You have him there. You have him there. It's like, what if something doesn't work out? The players trust him. The players want to be there.
Keeping him on staff is having that.
I saw this back in 2016. We saw this under Del Rio. We blew that shit up. And what did we do? We we went south. This team is good. This team is really good. It has potential. And then we're going to start all over again. And we're going to talk about going to a 3-4 defense. Okay.
Okay.
I'll stop.
We're not starting all over again. We're not starting all over again because we are upping the offense with McDaniel or Harbaugh. I still think it's going to be McDaniel because Harbaugh is so full of himself that we're not going to go that way. Okay.
Agreed.
I really believe that, like I said, McDaniel will bring out the best in the quarterback. And yes, and where was it? I can't remember. Thank you. Raider Casper said it for me, the best way to say it. All of the coaches, and we talked about it, Mangini, Brunell, Bill O'Brien, okay, Josh McDaniel in his first stint with the Broncos, Matt Patricia. Those are the 5 that I can think of right off the bat. Where the fuck did they go? They went to
Patricia went to the Lions and he sucked ass.
They went to shitty. No, 2 of them went to the Texans, O'Brien as well as Crennel, and they sucked, right?
Agreed.
And Patricia went to the Lions, and Mangini went to the Jets and the Browns.
Well, here's the thing. It's like you can't pull the Bill personality. There's nobody like Bill. Bill is amazing.
Right.
Bill is amazing. And so you can't pull the tough ass attitude and then expect a losing team to follow you with your tough ass attitude if you're not pulling wins. Okay. If you get wins like Belichick did in New England, then it's people are gonna follow it. If the results follow the personality.
Gotcha.
This ain't the 70s. This ain't the 80s. This ain't the 90s. Come on, Cap. You know that.
And yes, and that's exact. I'm glad you said that. The person is going to follow the personality. And when McDaniel was with the fucking donkeys the first time out, he said, "Oh, I got to be Bill Belichick Jr." And he was an asshole who had X amount of knowledge, but he emulated Belichick, and that's not what was working in Denver. And that's why they basically had a mutiny against him, okay? Because it's like, dude, you're not Bill Belichick. I don't know who the fuck you are, but we want nothing to do with you, okay? And he was how many years old? He was 32 fucking years old, okay? It was a big difference between John Madden's 32 and Josh McDaniel's 32.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
Okay, I did say that because I studied up on it, okay? Josh McDaniel is 11 years removed from that fucked up situation there. He has taken the Patriots offense and has established it, tweaked it, worked it around his players, okay? I mean, we had fucking Cam Newton last year, and they were a game out of the playoffs with Cam Newton.
They beat us.
Fucking quarterback, okay? With Cam
early
Newton,
though.
Okay? Doesn't matter. And they lost a lot of players due to COVID, and they were 1 game out of the playoffs last year.
And that's a lot of what this team needs is finding the ways to get the best out of our players. You have a lot of, again, I fucking always start at the QB position. You have people that have still untapped potential. We haven't seen the best of fucking Waller. I still don't think we've seen the best of Waller, Renfro, fucking Edwards. I'm going offense, obviously. We'll figure out what the defense does. And again, it starts at who the GM is going to be. I'm still holding on to the hope that it's going to be Dobbs. And if Dobbs is saying, if it's going to be Dobbs and he's the one saying, I want McDaniels, I'm going into it as relaxed as I can be because of Dobbs.
So questions. I feel like Ziegler is like the same player as like Mayock almost last year. It's like Mayock is like, oh, I'm going to give it up to, John G had all the power. You take your first round draft pick, and then John G said, take it over. I feel like Ziegler just like a scout and brings it up to Bill, and Bill makes his selections.
And that's what
that's all I feel. He's a yes man is what I feel.
We don't need that to an extent. We need fucking leadership on this team, and it starts at the very top. And having the understanding that our owner has said it, that he doesn't know shit about football, so he needs people in position. He's business. Don't get me wrong. He does what he does, but he needs people that are smarter than him. And that's what it
I
comes
agree.
down to. That's what that GM is, and I've said this word over and over again, leadership. Having that understanding of this is what I know what I don't know. You want to sit here and start telling me about college draft picks? Nope, I'm gonna shut the fuck up because that's not my lane and what I know. I know what I know, and I know what I don't know about. And I think that's what Ark is doing this time. Is he's kind of. I like that we didn't hire right away.
Yeah.
I like it as much as I want it. Like fuck, I need to know who this GM is going to be. It seems like we're doing our due process, which makes you feel a little bit better. So it's still. I think that this is coming this week.
He actually he put in. I think the guy's name was Hunt.
Yep.
Who will probably take over in Pittsburgh once the guy that is there finally retire. He said, "Hey, I'm here for a little bit, but I'm out." And Hunt is the next guy up, and Hunt will take over in Pittsburgh. You can't tell me that Pittsburgh doesn't draft well, okay? And he came in for an interview. It's between Hunt and Dobbs. If you look at what the people are saying that from their interview process, Dobbs blew the interview away. And Dobbs is, like I said, Dobbs is an Al disciple.
Yep.
And a lot of positive things to say. He was the only person that was allowed in the weight room when Davis was here, and he worked his way up to do that. Okay. And he said that the one thing that he loved about Al Davis is that, you know what? If you don't know the fucking answer, don't fucking tell Al a story. Tell him that you don't know. Get your ass chewing done then. But don't tell him a fucking story, because that you'll never be okay in Al Davis's mind, because you're a fuck up, and then you lie about it too.
And that goes to what you were saying, Jack, about the needing a yes man, and that's not what Dobbs is. He knows. I'm gonna do what I do, and if I don't, we're gonna get this right. And I think that's what it is.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be Dobbs. I think it's going to be Dobbs. Like I said, Ziegler. Yeah, I hope and pray. I hope and pray it's Dobbs.
Me too.
Dobbs, whatever, Hobbs, Calvin and Hobbs, whatever.
Hobbs.
Yeah, Nate Hobbs, Calvin and Hobbs, Dodds. I hope it's him, because, again, the fact that people are saying, well, Dodds was in Indy and fucking McDaniel pulled that shit. Like I said, McDaniel was fed a bill of sale, looked behind the curtain, said, fuck you, I ain't taking it because you lied your ass off to me, and had the opportunity, because he didn't sign on the line, had the opportunity to go back to New England, and, it made him better. He's had 11 years away from the Denver debacle. And I think that it will be a positivity. And there is everybody that talks about McDaniel, okay? And granted, these are fluff pieces, sure. Or they're pieces that state, yada, 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 and they're obviously positive. But I like all of the different people within the Patriots organization and out of the Patriots organization said that he was waiting for the right opportunity, and this is it. I should say I don't want. I prefer McDaniel to Harbaugh, because I think Harbaugh is Gruden 3.0. And we've had Gruden 1.0 and 2.0. I don't want Gruden 3.0. I really don't want that, because Harbaugh is all about Harbaugh. Fuck you. This is my team, and I know better.
We've seen that there's talks about all of this being fucking smoke up our asses, and it's just a smoke screen to. I think we're gonna find out this week. I think realistically by this week we'll know who our GM and our coach is, because
they want to do it by the Senior Bowl. That's
exactly.
They want to do it by the Senior Bowl, and the Senior Bowl is this week. Is what, tomorrow?
I think it's next week. I think it's next Saturday the 5th. So
they want to have it done.
It makes sense.
Well, Harbaugh is like a stopgap coach. Harbaugh's a good coach. There's no doubting what he's done and what he's shown to the world, let it be in the NFL or in college. But he burns his bridges
5 years
after 3 or 4 years. It's like he wants all that power. He wants all that. It's like, I understand giving it to John Gruden, but I don't understand that giving it to Harbaugh, because great. He was a Raiders head, or Raiders quarterback coach back in the day, but he ain't that now. So I'm sorry. I just can't see that with him. And Captain, we've already talked about this. If I can have any pick I want at the coach, work it out in trade, free agent. I want Tomlin. Tomlin's proven. It's like he's never had a losing season. He's the guy that I would like give picks up for to show that. And I know he would respect a guy like Derek Carr. But we'll see.
Why do you think that's important to respect a guy like Carr? Because I'm sorry, I'm not completely sold on the. I
You're
just
not
don't.
sold on Carr? Well, I'll
I'm
tell
not
you why
sold
I
on
like
Carr.
Carr. Because you know what? Carr is very consistent.
On kissing Carr's ass and sucking his dick at every moment.
I'm not into any of that. I've seen all the great Raider QBs over the years since 1975. The guy has proven that he is solid. I mean, you got to put a team around you to do something. There has not been a Raiders. You look at let's go back to the 70s. Okay, who's our Hall of Fame QB? Who did he have around him?
Stick with the now.
Casper. He had Cliff Branch. He had oh my God, why am I drawing a mental blank right now? It's like you look at the offensive weapons and the best offensive line. We actually had in the 70s 5 Hall of Famers on the offensive line at one time. And the defense said, okay, we had 9 Hall of Famers on the 1976 team. So you're gonna sit there and tell me Derek Carr, who's passed pretty much every record in the Raiders rule book that's been out there, and he is like not good. Sorry,
I'm not saying they're not good. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not the Rich Gannon like wins or everything. I'm
not talking Rich Gannon. I'm going back further than that.
What I was saying is the Carr or Gannon called him out for wins, and at the end of the day, when I started this, I said I care about winning, and I haven't seen that. And again, I understand what you're saying. To me, the difference. Hear me out. When you see Burrow get buried, that man got fucking killed. Burrow got sacked 9 times by a really good defense. But every one he held on for the fucking ball. And every time he got up, granted, I understand. He's got fucking chase. I got that. It's not about who he has. It's the man getting up, fucking tore his ACL, season-ending injury. And as an individual, got up 9 fucking times he was rocked.
Okay.
And
three wide receivers, like 2 number ones, 1 number 2, and an all-star running back too. Mixon is just as probably good as Jacobs.
As a person,
don't make me fucking shout. Don't make me fucking shout like I did the other night because that was sensitive, and I still fucking said the fuck word. Okay.
So my ending piece in it. Got it. That's just how I feel about Carr. Is the piece. Let me switch it. Fuck this. Anyways, quick events. We got May 21st, Raider Nation Summer Kickoff, Bakersfield, California. 23 July, Raider Explosion, Madera Fairgrounds. 18 June, Northwest Black Hole Meetup in Spokane, Washington. I probably won't be it. I'm gonna try to make one of those, but work is work, and we'll talk offline, Captain. But yeah, work is work, and we do what we do. So yeah. The events in the area of Washington, if you in Central Cali, if you're around, you're able to make it. Always a good time. I've seen nothing but good things with the kickoff, the explosion. Fuck, you were on at the last one, weren't you, Captain? The last explosion?
Yeah, in fact, I was given this at the last explosion. I'm gonna put it up here because I'm very proud to have it on my desk. You guys can't see it here, but I was given this at Raider Nation Explosion. As for me being me. And yes, I know that Captain is misspelled, but that doesn't give a shit. This is the award that I had, and it actually means more to me the fact that it was misspelled, and I still have it. I got another one, but that's the one. But this is the one that I got from Raider Nation Explosion because it was in this order. It was Violator and Gorilla in Raider Nation Explosion 1. And for Raider Nation Explosion 2, I, along with Senor Raider, were put as for their commemorations as recognition for your unwavering commitment and dedication to the Raiders and Raider Nation. So I'm very proud of that. I'm humbled by it, and I'm hoping to get out to Raider Nation Explosion next. But again, unfortunately, I still gotta check out what my time away is, because again, as Squid knows, there's only so much leave in PTO that you can have.
And I was gonna say, yeah, my work. I'll just leave it at my work tempo's picking up. I'm getting ready to move, and we do what we do, and it doesn't look like I'll be here very much.
Yeah,
but I know for sure.
So Squid, the shortest period of time of a Raiders quarterback was Rich Gannon. That I felt like, for his time there, he was the best quarterback in Raiders history. Better than, Jim Plunkett, better than the Snake, better than a couple other Hall of Fame quarterbacks who are even older than that. But Gannon proved it. But
in that
Jerry Rice. And I will say this: in the way of Carr, Carr has been given so much less.
Fucking mute you both, because again, I stopped it.
Sorry.
I'm going to say this again, Jack. Let me ask you a question. What era did Stabler and Plunkett play in?
Well, Stabler was in the 70s and Plunkett was in the 80s.
Okay. And what has happened since the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s and the teens? And now we're in the 20s. And
well, we had the early 2000s.
No. Answer my fucking question. You can fucking do everything you can as an offensive player. And your wide receivers can run free. You don't have to worry about being jacked at the line. You got that 5-yard bump zone. All of the rules since the 70s, the 80s, and 90s have changed so that it's an offensive game. I like Derek Carr. I do. But you can't put Derek Carr's fucking stats against somebody from another fucking era and say he's the greatest quarterback in Raiders history.
I never said he was the greatest quarterback.
I'm just saying, it's like, what I'm saying is that you can't compare apples to oranges when the fruit carts are different.
And that's just my
exactly. Look at the assassin, taking people's heads off.
Right.
Back in the day.
So that's what I'm saying.
But I will say that Derek Carr has stabilized our team and has kept it going, and there's no reason to move. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. If we're going to get rid of Derek Carr and we can get a trade, what will we get for him? And then who will we get back? There's nobody in the draft that's really worthy this year. This is a bad year for quarterbacks.
Yes.
So what would you do? If you're a GM, tell me what you guys would do.
I already say, go ahead, Squid. I'll say it after you.
Yes, I get it. It sounds like I'm a fucking Carr hater. I just expect, like you said, and I go back to it, I care about winning. And at the end of the day, I'm not fully blaming Carr in all of this. Got it. He's had the most coaches, et cetera, et cetera. Got it. You can throw every stat. It's what you see when get your ass up and do what you got to do. Mention you fucking called out Black Mamba mentality, but you don't fucking have that every time. And that's reality of what I see. You don't like it, you don't need to. Do I think there's a better option out there? To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's worth the price to trade for Wilson. And that's realistically the one that's out there is the Wilson. Because we're not going to I'm not going to say I don't want Rodgers because he could come fill in, and there's a bunch of Wilson is the only one that kind of sort of makes sense. But at what somebody older than, I think he's 3 years older. 3 years older, Wilson is than Carr. So, but he's won. Got the defense all around. So,
don't want him.
Wilson hasn't won since he had a good defense and early in his career when his salary cap was less. So right now, Wilson's $40 million a year. Carr is at $19.2 million this next year. And he said he would drive the car up to get Devontae. So I don't know what he would do. He's probably worth around $30 million is what I'm guessing. Just approximation.
That's what he wants is $30 million. And I ain't paying $30 million for Devontae Adams unless Derek Carr takes $10 million of that off of his salary.
And Devontae's not worth $30 million. I hate to say it. I like Devontae, and I love the idea of Carr and Devontae. But if he wants that, let's get a different wide receiver. 30 million, 30 million is way too much. I've heard, Captain, we talked about this last night. I've heard everything from our salary cap being from 27 million to about 50 million, in excess.
About 45 is what I'm hearing.
It's like that. That's just you can't sacrifice that much on the defense, especially since now with all our coaches going away. Excuse me, all our coaches going away. That means players are going to go away too. We need that money on the defense. We can't spend that for Devontae. That's a pipe dream at this point.
Devontae, he's due for a big paycheck. The man's earned it. And Carr's gotten that big paycheck. So if one of the two were to take it, it would have to be Carr. Because Devontae's, I highly doubt that Devontae Adams would take what he's under his value. He shouldn't. At the end of it, it's a business, and he's earned to be paid top dollar.
He earns to get paid, but he's also 30 years old, and he's not worth $30 million a year.
Yeah,
so, Green Bay is going to actually probably franchise them anyway. So it really it's like a mute point.
They don't have to franchise them.
Yeah, I was going to say, right.
You got to
have. They don't have to, but they will.
No, you have to have the money available in your salary cap to franchise somebody before you franchise somebody, and they're 45 million over the cap.
Yeah, Green Bay doesn't have the money that. Yeah, they're
right.
They're hurt. They're hurt.
45 million over the cap, and that's obviously even with Rodgers' salary. So and Rodgers is going to be gone. I think Rodgers goes to Denver. I think Adams goes to Denver with him because Denver has money, and you say Adams says, well, I want to play for either Carr or A-Rod. And when it comes down to it, who's going to pay me? And I think Adams is about the bucks. If he's not about the bucks, he'll come here for less, and Carr will take a hit in his salary. That's what I'm hoping. But I am not giving Adams $30 million. I'll give him 20. But that's just the way it is. And
what the highest paid is 28 or something like that, 26, 28. He's going to
27 million from the wide receiver from the Cardinals.
So you're looking at that up. It's what Devontae realistically is gonna get and want to get. So I don't see him going under that. No way. But
well, I still think it's going to be. And by the way, folks, I'm going over 2 hours, so we got some time left. This is not a 2-hour show. So,
okay, keep it short. I think Carr and Devontae are best friends. So they're going to probably, if they're going to have a conversation like going, hey, do we want to be a Super Bowl contending team? We're going to have to take a little less to keep guys around on the team. We want to keep the Wallers. We want to keep the Renfros. We want to keep the Mad Maxes on the team. It's like you got to sacrifice a little bit. Look at Brady. Dude, Brady took a lot less money for almost every year in his contract. He made a shitload of money overall in the long term, but he put him in a position to win Super Bowl championships. So this is the type of conversation these players need to have.
Okay.
But the reality is Brady's wife gets paid too. And there's other money involved where I don't know DC's wife, but pretty sure Brady's wife.
I'm sure it's not the same wife.
Exactly. Like I'm saying the money situation is a little bit different in Brady's camp.
And gentlemen, I said I'm going to get Bourbon in here. I said we're going over 2 because again, this is uncensored and this doesn't have to have like a 2-hour hard stop, which is good. And by the way,
thanks for letting us argue back and forth or have a discussion, an adultly discussion. A lot of people don't actually listen.
Yeah,
so I appreciate it. It was a good time.
I said I wanted to get this is my fucking show, and I don't even get a word in edgewise. What the fuck is this? Okay.
Cap, it's funny hearing you swear. I love it.
Yeah, well, like I said, only on uncensored show. Now, you remember I said shut the fuck up on my one that was censored because I was like, shut up, you fuckers! I got to get a word in. Okay. I can do it easier here, and I love Squid, and I love you, Jack. But it's like it's one. And I'll let you guys.
I appreciate it. Let it appreciate it, Cap.
Hey, Squid. Like I said, make sure. Like I said, there are events. Raider Squid put up there.
Yep.
And there's a
I'll
bunch
put some in the comments in a second.
Put it in. And by the way, comment after the show, please, Jack. Like I said, I'm off the ledge. I'm worried about the defense too, but I think we'll be okay on offense. I really think
Yeah,
we'll be
good
okay.
one. Jump
Agreed.
back on the All right, Cap. All right,
Help
Jack.
save our
Pleasure.
defense.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know use the X, but no, I'm not gonna X them out. Yeah,
Oh, it's not
trust me. I would if they were last. Oh, see, I'm sorry, Squid. I didn't do that. My hands are here. I didn't hit him. Jack, you take care as well, brother. Be well.
Salute, Cap. Love you, bro.
Take care. Come back in anytime. That's Jack, and we're gonna bring in Bourbon Country. We're going over too. Remember,
What's going on, Cap?
kudos to you there, Bourbon. And again, remember, you can fucking swear tonight because we're uncensored tonight. Now, remember, excuse me, when it's not uncensored, I please ask you, in all decorum, to try to remember that there are Captain Jack shows on Northeast Streaming Sports and Roku TV. And by the way, please find us on Roku TV because I actually have a show on Roku TV right now, which was the show we had Tuesday night. It was taped and it's on Roku TV. Go to Northeast Streaming Sports, go to Roku TV, go in and catch us. Tell them Captain Jack sent you because I want to make sure that we have some more people watching. Because and the other thing is, comment after the show, please. Comment after the show, please. At Bourbon, good to see you, brother. How's work today? How many push-ups did you do?
I'm on COVID vacation, Cap.
Okay, so you didn't. So you were a lazy fucking pogue today.
Pretty much.
For those that don't know, pogue is a term of endearment that sailors call their fucking brethren in the army. So there you go.
We call each other sometimes too.
yeah. Now, I want to say one thing as well. And Matt Marinovich had a comment there, and I didn't get to it quick enough, but I did put it up. Let me see if I can find it. He was.
The one you got up now is one of the first things I was going to say.
Yeah, and that is one, but I'm going to put up another one. We'll talk about this one while I go find the other one.
Yeah, I was just going to say too. Everybody's got to remember that we're in Nevada now. We're in Las Vegas. We're tax free, so we can give. It looks like less money when you give the offer, but it's more money on paper in his pocket at the end of the day. And DC is going to take that friendly contract to get him in here too. He's going to help clear the money. The tax difference is going to help us clear the money. And if we cut guys like Littleton post June 1st, we're saving some money to add more cap too.
It depends upon who our defensive coordinator is because Littleton will play better in a 3-4.
But I don't think Littleton's still out going to outplay Diablo.
Well, no, but then again, we have him under contract, so it depends upon how much we want to eat in contract space with a post June 1st cut. This is the comment that I was talking about. I'm going to talk about Spygate 2. Spygate 2 was when the Broncos were playing in London, and Dante Scarnecchia's son or a relative, and Dante Scarnecchia was their fantastic offensive line coach. One of the reasons why the Patriots have always had a good offensive line, or when they were good, they had Dante Scarnecchia as their offensive line coach. A relative, I believe was his son, filmed a practice of the team that the Donkeys were playing, brought it to the attention of McDaniel. McDaniel, per reports, never saw the tape, and they looked at who saw this, and it wasn't him. And McDaniel said, no, don't want to fucking look at that. He didn't look at the tape. What he did not do, he did not report it to the NFL. That was his mistake. He did not look at the tape. He did not, and he didn't tell Scarnecchia to do it. And I firmly believe that. But he was fired because the Broncos were a shit show after that. And, he didn't report it. It was a stain. It was a stain on the Bolin family and the great Bronco regime. Fucking mark me out. Okay. But it wasn't him doing it. And that's why I said, so those are the big things that they talk about with McDaniel. He didn't do it. It was Scarnecchia's kid. So that's one thing I wanted to bring up to your attention there, Matt. And I appreciate you saying that. And again, the Beantown is dealing with some stuff. Ooh, okay. Beantown is dealing with some stuff. Okay. Well, blessings to him. Hopefully he will be okay. Queen Raiderette's in the house. Thank you for being here, Queen. Good to see you.
Queen.
I said, got to have the Queen in here.
Yep.
Also known as the paper pushers or the lazy asses. Hey, and China is an army captain, so you know you're talking about as well. I know the backgrounds of a bunch of different people. Okay, here's some of the background. I want to get this in here. 18 June, Northwest black hole, a blackout up in Spokane, and I hope I want to get there as well for that one. Denver did start out 6-0, and then they hit a shit show because their defense forgot how to play defense. Raiders moving forward on McDaniels. See, this is what I don't like. I don't like Ziegler being the choice as GM.
Yeah.
That I don't like. Dodds, I'm all for.
Well, I heard that Dodds was still in Las Vegas and he was actually going to sit in on the interview with McDaniels. So, I mean, you can read into that with it, whichever way you want to.
Yeah. Hey, Hollywood, what's the source on that? What's the source on that? Because maybe it's I'm smoking something, and country knows that I'm a military guy. I don't smoke anything, even though I got the beard for it. Maybe it's a Dodds Ziegler combo, and I could dig that. I could dig a Dodds Ziegler combo with McDaniels, but I want Dodds in as my GM. That's what I want. I want Dodds as the GM. Raider News.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you think we hear anything this weekend, or do you think early next week?
It depends. It depends. I know that they said that what I was looking at or what I was hearing was that the Raiders wanted to make a decision by the Senior Bowl. I don't know when the Senior Bowl is.
It's next weekend.
It's next weekend. So you will.
Sure,
and next weekend is the okay. Next weekend is the Pro Bowl. So yeah, and normally the Raiders like to make a splash Super Bowl week, but they're going to do it a week early. I think they need to get their shit squared away quick because they need to figure out who the head coach is going to be, and the head coach needs to make sure that they fill out the staff. Okay.
Yeah.
Raider News. Is that like what do you call it? Is that Mitch Renz's stuff? Mitch Renz. Yeah. Okay. If it's Mitchell Renz's stuff, I'm not going to say anything bad about Mitchell Renz, but that's just hearsay as well. If it's, and again, Mitch is great people, but that's what he's reporting. I honestly think that it's going to be Dodds. I think it's going to be Dodds, and I think that's the better choice as well.
I do too, because like I said earlier, on some other people's channels, I heard that Dodds was still in Vegas and going to sit in on the McDaniels interview. So, and Dodds wanted to bring him into Indianapolis, and like I heard you talking about earlier too, nobody really knows what happened. Maybe Dodd does know, and maybe he's still comfortable with it.
Yeah. And by the way, I will say, if you don't mind, hit the like button if you like what you see. Comment after the show, please. We get more interaction when you comment after the show. I know you do it in the chat. I get it. But if people don't go through the live chat, they don't know what the fuck happened in the show. Please comment after the show. And we're going on for over 2 hours. I know I do like my hard stops when I do Roku, because it's got to have a 2-hour stop on Roku. But we're going, this is uncensored. You can say whatever the fuck you like. Okay. But when we have a censored show, I please ask people to respect the fact that it's censored. So please hit the like button if you can. Make sure you comment after the show. And again, I'm sorry I cut you off there, Bourbon.
Oh, you're good. It's your show, Cap. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, and again, so what are your thoughts? Like I said, what are your thoughts? Who are you feeling? And like I said, what are your thoughts? Here's something that hasn't been said. What are your thoughts on how the defense will suffer, or do you think that the defense can go to a 3-4? It's going to regress, I think, at least through half of the year. And the reason why I say that was because it took the Raiders a good half of the year anyway under Bradley coming in to unfuck the Gunther system. Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a bit for them to mesh. That's with a new DC. Bradley's not going to be here, so it's going to be a player's got to learn how to play with the guys that are there. It's going to be a new system, no matter who it is. I think the way I'm looking at it, it's going to be probably Wink Martindale as the DC if it's under McDaniel, because that's what I'm hearing. If it's somebody else, it's somebody else. But I'd like for it to be a 4-3, but I'm seeing 3-4, and there's nothing we can do about that.
Yeah. I think we got some players on the roster now that are going to help make the transition a little smoother than most people think. I think Cleveland Farrell fits a 3-4 better than he does a 4-3.
Yeah.
Carl Nassib was in a 3-4 in Tampa before he came over to us.
Yeah.
You also Mad Max is going to do Mad Max, whichever system it is. And the only thing that I'm interested to see what they do with Mad Max is, are they going to leave him on the defensive line, or are they going to stand him up on the edge like a TJ Watt? And then like you said, Littleton was in a 3-4 with the Rams. Kwiatkowski was with the 3-4 with the Bears.
I think
So
Kwiatkowski's gone though. I mean, we paid a lot of money, and I actually was more excited about the Kwiatkowski signing than the Littleton signing when it came out, and we haven't gotten any return on the investment for that.
well, you got to think the first year that we had both of them, Kwiatkowski was the best linebacker out of the two. Kwiatkowski was the best linebacker on the roster when they first came in. Diablo's athletic enough. I think he can transfer over. I think the big thing we're going to have to figure out if we go to the 3-4 is more our secondary than our linebackers and our defensive line. I think that's going to be the biggest thing, because we're going to have to get those in-your-face defensive backs and not be so far back. They're going to have to get in people's faces because we're going to be blitzing more, and they're going to have to be right there.
Yes,
So,
and I'm not sure. I mean, I like Mullen's skills when he's on the field. Again, we're gonna have to upgrade on the corner. I think Merrick and Abram will be fine playing whatever system. Okay, yeah. But we're gonna need better cornerbacks, and that's a crapshoot. You're gonna have to get a better cornerback. Hayward, if he stays, if he wants to play for the Raiders and not necessarily play for Bradley. It's all about, do I want to play for my coach or do I want to play for the team? We'll see how that happens. So, but yeah, I'd love to keep Casey Hayward.
Yeah. And Hayward was in a 3-4 with the Chargers too. So
yes. So he knows how to play that.
And Perryman.
Yep. And
so
Perryman.
I think we got enough of the guys to help the transition smooth over in most places, but we got to figure out corner is the biggest thing, no matter which 4-3-3-4. Corner is the biggest thing we're going to have to figure out.
And an extra linebacker.
And one extra linebacker. Well, we got Perryman for one more year. Diablo's still there. But we need one more because I think Littleton and Kwiatkowski are both gone.
Yeah. Well, or somebody's getting or maybe a pay cut. We'll see.
Yeah. Maybe Littleton will take the pay cut because nobody else is going to pay him after he just got beat out by a rookie the last half of the season. So
yep, it's like, hey, you want to play here? Kind of shows a little love there as well. And we got Hollywood in the house as well. So and yeah, Matthew, this is it. Rod Marinelli is also a Gruden guy. He has no ties. He has no ties to the new regime, and Rod Marinelli is gone. I can guarantee you, Rod Marinelli is gone because
that's going to hurt.
Yeah, it's going to hurt, but it's one of those things where, okay, we got rid of Buckner, who is probably ascended. I would love to get him back. But I don't know what his status is or where he's at. But yeah, we cut loose Buckner. We actually gave him an opportunity to grow. We got rid of him at a good time so he can go find a job, which was we gave him good, proper due respect. So that was a good thing for him. But I would have loved to have him back. But unfortunately,
and he was blindsided by it, and we were all blindsided by it. That was the only unfortunate part of it. Like you said, he probably gave him space to go somewhere and grow, but it's just the blindsidedness that happened with it, I think.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah. And again, like I said, I foresee, by the way, I foresee the person whose name I can't say on this show because it's a fucking swear word, who that is the quarterback for the fake Pirates. He's coming back another year. Don't believe any of that shit that he's finally going to go off the ride right out with his. I'm sorry, but his wife looks to be like a female Skeletor. I mean, just very unattractive to me. Very unattractive to me. I think that he who shall remain nameless, fake Pirate quarterback, he's coming back another year. Why? Because Aaron Rodgers is going over to the AFC. The NFC just opened the fuck up. The NFC became one team less you have to worry about, and that's whoever wins in the NFC North is going to be a joke team anyway, because they don't have the firepower that Green Bay will have had. Okay, so
that's why I think the Bears are doing all this scrambling around right now, bringing in all these coaches and all these dudes because A-Rod's on his way out. So the Bears are trying to step it up earlier, especially with their coaching staff, and build something to take over that division.
Yeah, that's it. And Matt Marinovich, maybe next year, at least for Tommy Boy. But A-Rod, he's going somewhere, and he's going for at least 3 years.
He's going to Denver.
He's
going to Denver.
He's going to Denver. Well, the only other place that I can see him going is, depending upon what happens on Sunday, if the Niners aren't enamored with the GQ model they have at quarterback.
Which one, Garoppolo or Lance?
Well, I'm talking about the GQ model. Lance ain't a GQ model. Okay.
Yeah. Well, but they just drafted Lance, so I mean, are you gonna let Jimmy G walk just to bring in somebody else to go right back over the guy you just drafted?
Yeah, because if they said, Aaron, we want you to come over here to play for the team that you've wanted to play for your entire life. This is your lifelong dream, and we're going to give it to you on a silver platter. Here it is. I can see the Niners doing that. They're kicking Jimmy G to the curb, and then Jimmy G can pound rocks, and somebody will pick him up. But it's going to be
maybe Washington. I'd see him going to Washington.
Go somewhere. He'll go somewhere.
Yeah.
But Matt Marinovich says A-Rod going to Santa Clara. I can see that. If he doesn't go to the Niners, I can see him going to Denver, obviously. Or, and here's the other one, I can see him going to Pittsburgh because it's out of the conference, and he has a lot of respect for Mike Tomlin. And the fact is that Pittsburgh is a team that is a playoff team. He says he doesn't want to go to a rebuild. Pittsburgh is just above a rebuild, and they can take that defense, and with Rodgers there, okay, I don't know what their cap situation is, but I mean they've been paying,
Ben retiring, I'm sure helps.
Yeah, rapist pervert for X amount of bucks a year. I can see him possibly going to Pittsburgh. That's the places I go. I was going to say Nollins before Sean Payton said, "Fuck this franchise."
They're in too much of a salary cap hell right now too. They're the worst. They got the worst salary cap of any team in the league.
Right, and
they're
so
the worst.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
And the only reason I don't see him going to Pittsburgh is because before this season started, the whole thing was he wants to be closer back to the West Coast.
Yeah, but you know what? He also probably wants one more ring. He also wants one more ring, which is why he said that he wants to go to a team that is not in rebuild mode. The stars align going to Denver because his girlfriend Shailene Woodley is from Colorado.
Yeah, I've said that on a couple people's shows.
They just signed Hackett as their head coach. They're trying to bring over the O-line coach from the Packers to go to Denver. Okay, Denver is trying to get our Ron Miles as their defensive coordinator, which is unfortunate. But you got to let him go when you can be ascending to a defensive coordinator.
That was going to happen sooner or later because they were already talking about him being a defensive coordinator before this season.
Right, we were going to lose him to somebody it would be unfortunate that we lose him in division. That's the only thing that hurts the
Yeah.
most. Is that we would lose.
And then
him
I saw a story today too where A-Rod sold his California mansion too. So
Okay.
he had a
Yeah.
mansion in California and he sold it.
Well, probably because property taxes were kicking his ass out there as well. I know
Maybe.
that.
I think he said that he paid like $2 million for it. And he sold it for like 5 something.
Yeah, and I take a $3 million bump, and I know that living in Colorado is a lot healthier on your pocketbook than
Yeah.
living anywhere else.
And it's not like Colorado's too far away either. They've got
Yeah.
that defense and they already re-signed their top 3 wide receivers. So all 3 of those guys are coming back.
Right, and they got, KJ Hamler, you got who's
Sutton.
out this year. You got
Courtney
Sutton.
Sutton,
You
yeah.
got Sutton. You got KJ Hamler, Sutton, and
Judy.
Jerry Judy, and you have
Noah Fant.
two really good. You're doing my thing for me there. They're two really good.
I was just trying to assist you, Cap.
I get you, man. Good, great minds thinking alike, man. They got really good tight ends in Fant and the other guys whose name is hard to pronounce. So that's it. Now this is another possibility. I'll throw it out there. Rodgers going to the Colts is another possibility if he wants to go AFC and get the team that is ready to go. Because again, they had Carson Wentz and they were this close to the playoffs, but they didn't go because of why? Their quarterback sucked. Carson Wentz. They throw Carson Wentz out of there quickly. So Rodgers has some options.
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure Denver's at the top.
Yeah.
Because of all the things they have in Denver, and plus, like you said, his fiance is from Colorado. So maybe they sold the California mansion to buy one in Colorado. Who knows?
Yeah. Now, and again, country, agree with me if you will. Okay, and this is a dude question. You go from Olivia Munn. Olivia Munn, you know who Olivia Munn is, right?
Yeah.
I hope you know who Olivia Munn is.
Yeah.
Olivia Munn to Danica Patrick
Mm-hmm.
to Shailene Woodley.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, man. You're dropping, man. You're dropping, man. I'm just saying that you're going to volcanic hot to pretty nice looking to she makes money.
I was going to say maybe it was a shift in his priorities too, because he's not so young anymore. Maybe what the other ones had to offer other than their looks weren't doing it for him.
Yeah, I tell you what, Olivia Munn was probably one of those chicks that is so hot that they are crazy.
Probably. Do whatever I want because I'm so hot.
I know the ladies on the show is like Captain's being a sexist fuck. I'm just saying. It's not necessarily that, but it's just a dude point of view. And Ed Winchell said, "Goes through ladies like I use paper towels." And I said, I would say Denver's probably number one. Don't count out the Niners. Possibly, if it's not the Niners or the Denver, like I said, could be Pittsburgh, could be Indianapolis. So there are a couple different places. People are saying it could be the Raiders. I don't think so, but I think it's going to be Denver, Niners, and then either the Steelers or the Colts. Those
I don't see him coming to us because Dodds is my guy for the GM, and I think that's going to happen. And if you remember, the Colts were one of the teams that tried to trade for Derek Carr. They called and asked about him, and we said no, thank you to them. And then McDaniels, if we do get McDaniels, his whole thing leaving New England this time was he wanted to make sure he went to a team that had an established quarterback. So
I agree.
Because he doesn't want to have that same quarterback situation in Denver he had last time.
and I said, I know that, he was there when they drafted Tebow, but that was their GM. And the last time I checked, the GM at that time was, I think, Horseface Elway.
Horseface Elway. Now he's going to be the owner. him and Manning are trying to buy it together.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's him and Peyton, from what I understand.
Yep. And if they both buy the team, then Peyton's going to be like, hey, A-Rod, look, I came over and we did this whole thing, so let's just run it back and do it over again.
I can see that as well. Folks, if you want to come into the show, we are going up until now. Like I said, I got country here. Not that I don't like country, but it's like if you want to come into the show, I put up the link as well. We've gone over 2 hours. I'm sorry, what was that?
So I'm not enough for you. It's all right.
Oh, oh. No,
I'm not enough for you. I'm just kidding.
I just want to make sure that people know that you can come into the show because
You're good, Cap. I'm just kidding, man.
But so what else is going on with you? What are your other things that are keeping you up at night in your COVID?
Yeah, COVID vacation and the kids. You know, it's the weekend, so we went out today, and now the kids are like, "Oh, it's the weekend. We ain't going to bed." And man, I just got to Georgia. I just got here at the end of November, beginning of December, and
I know what's coming out of your mouth because I heard you say it the other night. And they're getting ready to put you on a deployment already.
They're getting ready to move me again. I'm gonna have to move again. Yeah, to a whole new duty station. I just got here.
Isn't that even like off for the Army to do? Normally, you got to say like at least a year at a site.
2 years, 2 to 3, depending on the duty station.
Right. I mean, but at least a year. Well, what's the rationale behind that?
I guess they need me over here more than they need me here. I don't know.
In the Navy, we have detailers. In the Marine Corps, they have monitors. I don't know what they call it in the Army. Have you spoken to that gentleman yet?
My branch manager?
There you go, branch manager.
No.
So who's telling you that you're going to be packing up and moving?
HRC.
Which is
Human Resources Command out of Fort Knox. They do all the orders and shuffling people around. They handle all that.
Okay, what's your first sergeant say about that?
He thinks it's crazy, but he's on his way out too, so he ain't too worried about it.
Well, I would just me, I would start calling people to say, hey, can you hook a brother up to find out what the fuck is wrong here?
Yeah. Well, if they send me back to Campbell, then I'm not too mad at it because I'm in Kentucky again. I'm only 3 hours from home, and I only got 5 years left. So if I can get there and stay, then I'll be happy. Finish out my career there. I'll be all right.
Yeah, but where would they be sending you to if it wasn't Campbell?
Bragg, I think, is the other one that's came up.
You don't want to go to Fit. No, you don't want to go. I was in Bragg for 6 months. Only because I needed a job.
Yeah.
And the job was there, and I went there. I will tell you off screen where I went, but it was very different.
Yeah.
Very different. And it was a place that I got on my merit.
Okay.
I got to this command on my merit, and it was a I mean, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna break my arm, pat myself on the back. Because it was a place that you have to be on your merits in order to get there. And
that's kind of like one of the other places they're saying about me too. They're talking about sending me to DC. So we'll see.
Okay. Well, good on you. All right. Well, anything else going on, brother?
Not too much, man. Just trying to figure all that out and see what's up, and just trying to do the family thing and get through every day.
Okay. Well.
This whole Raiders situation right now is giving me anxiety because I'm got so much built up anticipation to see what's going to happen.
Woosah. Woosah. Just come in off the ledge and just let things, just like Squid, and Squid the sailor as well. He's a fellow service member. There's shit that you can control. Try to focus on the shit that you can control. Yep. The shit that you can't control. Just try to let it roll through.
Yep, that's me. That's me all the time. Yeah, I hope they don't send me to Bragg, man. I'm getting too old to jump out of a plane.
Would it be? Let's see. Bragg is
82nd Airborne Division. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm getting too old for that.
No.
I'll go back to Campbell and rappel out of helicopters again, but I don't know about jumping out of a plane.
Yeah. And Campbell's 101, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
where I was at 2 years ago. I was there for 3.5 years, and then I went to drum, and then down here in Georgia.
You were at Fort Drum? Who
Yeah.
did you
So
involve?
I was in Fort Hood for 6 years, but deployed 3 of them. I was in Wainwright, Alaska for 3 years, and then I went to Campbell for 3.5, drum for 1 year, been here for 2 months, and whatever's next.
Yeah, I got a good question from Squid. You don't have a dream sheet that the branch managers have that you can look at?
Yeah, it's all in the computer. It's all on my computer system.
Okay. Well, we're trying to help you out, man. We got. I mean, even Sharif is in here. Sharif Salah Khan, the the number one supporter of the Derek Carr fan club. Sharif Salah. I'm saying that very tongue in cheek.
Khan.
Yeah.
11 Bravo. That was my dad. My dad was an 11 Bravo. And he begged me not to be.
What's an 11 Bravo?
Infantry.
Okay. So 0311.
Yeah, that was my dad. And he was in Vietnam. So whenever I decided to join the Army in 07 when the war was still going on, he begged me not to be. So
yeah, no, you don't want to be a ground pounded poke. Hey Sharif, come on into the show, brother. I'm putting the link up. We are going as long as I have guests, and I am gonna kick country out though now, because when we start talking military, people are like, fuck this shit. I
don't understand what's going on.
Exactly. This is a sports show. But again, country, thank you for coming in and thank you for joining me. Make sure that you, again, after the show, please comment, because again, people that comment, it goes through and people say, hey, this show gets interactive stuff.
Yeah, I got you, Cap. Thanks for having me on, brother.
Hey, brother, you take care. Come in, and we'll see you on Sunday when we'll have to be on our best behavior.
Hey, I didn't say a cuss word yet, though.
I know, and that's good. Like I said, I only said it for theatrical effect.
Yeah. See, I've only got 5 years left in the Army, so I'm starting to try to reprogram my brain now.
Yeah. Well, even though, like I said, and I'm a contractor in the military still here, so
you're still around it every day.
Every day.
I'm gonna try to get away as far away as I can.
Okay. Well, hey, you be well. Take care there, shipmate. Always good hearing from you.
All right, you too, brother.
All right. Take care. That's Bourbon Country, who's going back in his COVID stat. Thank you for being here, shipmate. Always good to see you. And yeah, there you go. Oh, Sharif can't do it. Can't do FaceTime. I get it. You can call in though, Sharif, if you want to. I don't know. If you're driving right now, then I understand that. Yeah, because we don't want you on the. By the way, Sharif, because you are there, okay. What is the weather like up in New York? And Ed Winchell says as well, thank you for your service, Bourbon. That's for Raider Squid as well. That's for all the people that we had in here tonight that were military. So thank you. Ed Winchell does send his best. And thank you, Ed, as well. But when I say people, this is thank you for your service. This is thank you for your positivities. And thank you for your support. Because we do. We as military folks, we enjoyed being in the military. We wouldn't have stayed. And even if we were only in for one tour, now there are folks that was, they were in and out. But again, Bourbon is a 15-year soldier, and he's going to be coming in. Yeah, there you go. Proud to serve. And Jimmy Moore also says the same thing. Thank you. And Robert Hawk, thank you. Thank you to, like I said, we had a couple people in here tonight. Oh, okay, good. Cool Kev is upstate New York. Nothing up in the Buffalo area. Folks, I'm telling you this. I live in Tampa. Tomorrow is Gasparilla. Gasparilla is a pirate fest, and it is the first time non-COVID related. Let me rephrase this. Last year they canceled it because of COVID, and I wasn't out for the festivities because normally I am a security guard. I am a security guard for a yacht or a very large boat, small yacht type of thing for Gasparilla. I normally do that for Gasparilla. Tomorrow's temperatures tomorrow. To like Gerardo's news with Gerardo. Yeah. Tomorrow's temperatures for Gasparilla Okay. 31 degrees. And Tampa, 31 degrees. That's below freezing. Wind gusts 30 miles per hour on the bay. It's going to be choppy and cold in Tampa. And the people that I normally do the activities with said, Cap, we're not taking the luxury schooner out. I said, I got you. So not doing Gasparilla tomorrow. That's New York winter. Yeah, it is. It is rough. So again, we are at 2.5 hours. If you want to come into the show, please do. If not, and again, I appreciate everybody. If you were on Facebook, I never put my I didn't put my Facebook tag up. I should have done that. It's kind of late now. It's already 2.5 hours into the show. Wind chill is from hell. And again, 31 degrees in Tampa. 31. So yeah, and Daniel, who is a sailor on his ship. Okay. And then you know what? I'm gonna put it. Fuck you, Ed Winchell. Fuck you, Ed Winchell. 75 and amazing. Hey, we love you, brother. I mean, trust me, it's 75 in LA. So it's gonna be wonderful. Ooh, who is somebody calling? Somebody might be calling. Oh, okay. Mr. Wombat was calling. Mr. Wombat, if you're calling, call in at the. I didn't hear the number. I didn't hear. Call in again, Mr. Wombat. It'd be great to see you. Again, 31 in Tampa tomorrow. If you want to come into the show, please do real quick, because again, if not, then I'm gonna call it a night. Again, we've been speaking about the Raiders GM situation. There we go. Good. We got Mr. Wombat coming in. Hey, Mr. Wombat, how you doing there, shipmate? What's going on, brother? I'm good. Hey, turn it up a little bit, brother. Speak a little louder. I'm going to turn up my speaker so we can hear you, but I want you loud as well. There you go. What's going on tonight?
Well, first, I'll let you know that the wristbands that you sent, they came in.
Good.
So I appreciate it.
Good. So please tell everybody that when you win a prize with Captain Jack, you get your prize.
Yes.
Even
if
if
you win a
it's
prize with Captain Jack, you get your prize. I got two. That's the second one.
Yeah, that's the second time you've won, and you've gotten them
Go
both.
ahead.
So no, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
did. Absolutely. So gotta get your, get your entries in. Go ahead, subscribe, be a member, get your entries in. However, so he's a genuine captain when he says his prize is available.
I appreciate that. In fact, I'm going to put this up here. Donations and entries to Captain Jack's treasure chest of prizes. $5 entry. You can do it via Super Chat or Super Sticker, or you can do it via friends and family, or you can do it via, let's see. Here we go. I'm going to get in. There we go. Super Chat or Super Sticker, Cash App at $ Captain Jack Rackham, or $5 friends and family on PayPal. Every time you give $5, it is an entry for a prize. Also, again, I want to say thank you to ONT6 Soldier, who is a brand new member of the Galleon. I have to see later on if he is a crewmate or a Chiefs Mess member. It doesn't matter. He's supporting me, and I appreciate that as well. So, Mr. Wombat, we've been talking about the GM situation. We've gone back and forth. We have people that are I got to talk them in off the ledge, because the Josh McDaniel things is just really, really fucking with them. So I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Well, first question I need to ask: are you on Roku tonight?
No, uncensored. You could fucking cuss your fucking ass off.
Well, hold on. Well, now I know you say that, but I'm pretty sure there's still that name and number that shall not be mentioned from that one team. That's not allowed, is it?
Yeah,
From
well,
the fake pine that you call them.
well, yeah, but you can't say that name. Other than that, you can English swear. You can English swear anything in the English language. You just can't say that fucking asshole's name.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then I'm gonna go ahead and say, motherfuck Mark Davis if he don't get these decisions right. Because it's looking like he about to press his reset button, and I am not trying to see this franchise get set back a number of years. Like, I'm just not. Because I tell you now, I'm not excited about Josh McDaniels. I don't give a damn how old he is now. I'm tired of he feel the need to want to get people from the Patriots or whatever. The Patriots do this. I don't care. Now, granted, obviously, I could be eating my words, a number of months from now if they do bring him in. And I don't want to see the team lose. But personally, I'm not excited about it. I'm sure you have different opinions, and that's completely fine. And I know the rational approach would be to wait and see, but personally, I'm not excited about it. I'm just not. I didn't really want to see actually, I'll just go and say I didn't want to see Maillard get let go, but he did. So I don't even know if they're going to get the guy that they want. I'm guessing that Harbaugh is just not going to happen because it was going to happen. I imagine it happened by now.
Yes.
So, and I don't know what's going on with that and why that didn't happen. So I'm been kind of out of the loop. But
well, I'll kind of put you back in the loop. From what I understand, it was a Harbaugh power play saying, "I want control of the roster. I want to have control over everything. I want to control what the Raiderettes wear, and I want to control." Mark Davis, your haircut. I want to control the concessions and fuck Jerry Jones. I'm being facetious, obviously, but it was Jim Harbaugh saying, "I want total fucking control," and Mark Davis, to his positivity, said, "Fuck you. We just did that. And I'm not doing it again." And I applaud him for that because I wouldn't want to fucking do it again either. So that's what I hear was the major power play, and Mark Davis said, "Fuck you."
Okay, well then, I'll if that was the case, I'll give him kudos, even though he do need to fix his messed up ass haircut. But I will give him kudos for that. Maybe he don't want to do that again. I give him that. I'm still not excited about what he's doing, but I give him that.
Okay,
but I don't make the decision, so. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, Edge of Philly. I got to read this comment. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Can I control what the Raiderettes have in their wardrobe? It would be cheap. Trust me. Edge of Philly Sports. Thank you for coming in, brother. And my friend. Trust me. If I can control what the Raiderettes wore, it would be sleazy Las Vegas as well. Just saying. Just saying. And thanks for coming in, brother. Good hearing from you. Go ahead, Wombat.
Well, obviously the personnel decisions ain't up to me. So I'm going to say that like everybody else. I'm not excited about the move with Josh McDaniels. But hey, maybe I'll be eating my words. Time clearly will tell. I hope this team doesn't set or go with a whole reset because I would like to see them bring, because I'm wondering, I have a couple questions for you in your opinion. Who do you see on the defense coming back? Because pretty much I imagine if McDaniels is hired, then Gus Bradley will be gone. And if Gus Bradley's gone, and some of his guys, I imagine some of the players that they signed probably won't come back.
Yeah.
And then in that respect, what do you think will happen with the Darren Waller situation?
Well, I think Darren Waller is going to be happy about Josh McDaniels because Josh McDaniels runs a lot of two tight ends and is wonderful for it. I think Foster Moreau and Darren Waller are going to be happy with McDaniels. I think that Josh Jacobs is going to be happy. Obviously, Derek Carr is going to be happy with the offensive output. And again, I will say this, Carlos, Raiderettes are all queens. I agree. I'm being facetious about wardrobe. Okay, we're just talking wardrobe. And it would be more skin. Like, in fact, to be honest, I'm actually surprised that they didn't do more with the Raiderettes attire, that being that they are in Vegas. I'm very surprised about that. Okay. But there you go. Okay, Hammer. There you go. But no, I think the offense is going to be good, but the defense is going to suffer in my expectations because Bradley, I believe, is gone. I mean, it's pretty much all of the defensive coaches, Marinelli, the linebackers coach, and the assistant linebackers coach are opting to go to Chicago, who under Eberflus, and I think that because he sees the positivities there. Maybe Bradley goes over there as well. I don't know. But I mean that's a possibility. Even Bradley goes to there. I know they want Marinelli, and I know that they also, and this is the unfortunate thing, is the and I had his name earlier and I forgot his name. Ron Miles, who is the D-backs coach, is going to probably get to a defensive coordinator position with Denver, and that sucks.
Yeah,
now, good for him. Good for him.
Yeah,
but
good for him on the promotion, but
yeah. I don't think that. So Fangio, according to Edge of Philly is asking about Fangio. I think Fangio goes to Jacksonville to be the DC in Jacksonville with Byron Leftwich as soon as they can figure out how to get Byron Leftwich in there. Once they get the GM situation done, they booted Trent Baalke and was it Leftwich wants a cat out of with the Cardinals to be his GM. So once they get that done, then I think they're going to go after Byron Leftwich. But the Saints reached out to try to get Byron Leftwich as well, which would be a great fuck you to the fake Pirates if the Leftwich leaves to be the coach of the Saints. But that's what's going on there. Olsen is gone, not officially, Jimmy Moore, but Olsen is gone. I mean, all people, I will come personally, and I mean this. I will come personally to Vegas and personally pack up his shit if I need to. I will do that. I'm still on there, Jack Canna. That's why I'm doing 3 hours tonight. So then
it looks am I to assume that they will be filling in more holes for the defense? Like, because I imagine like Hayward or Flyvon and some of the other guys they brought in on 1-year deals. I imagine they're going to stay around.
Yeah,
but see here, pieces to a free agency. Are they going to try to draft again or what?
Yeah, well, see, this is the other thing as well. I believe that they're going to at least try to keep Casey Hayward there because, again, Hayward played really well for him. Granted, Hayward played for Bradley. I understand that the connection. I get it. But it's going to be up to whoever the DC is to know that he has a quality cornerback. They have a quality cornerback in Casey Hayward, and it also depends upon what their DC set is, okay? If they go 3-4-4-3, now Hayward played in a 3-4 down in San Diego, San Diego / LA. Technically, he was in San Diego as well. So he can play that. Pylon, his knee is so fucked up. It would be nice to get him under contract and stash him for a year in IR because he can be, if they go to a 3-4, he can be that beast in the middle that they need, okay? A beast in the middle would be fantastic, and Pylon should get that extra contract because they respect him that much. It depends upon if these players want to go. Obviously, they're on 1-year deals and they can go. Now, I was asking the same thing about Ngakoue. Somebody said that Ngakwe's on a 2-year deal. So that if it's a 2-year deal, at least the Raiders have options on him. And I'd like to keep Ngakoue, but it also depends upon who the DC is. Now, Wink Martindale is mentioned as the DC coming in, and Ngakoue played for Wink Martindale in Baltimore and didn't play very well. But it could have been the playing in Baltimore thing, or maybe he had a tiff with his teammates.
No, when you said Wink Martindale, you talking like the game show host?
No, well, that's what he goes by. It's Don Martindale. Yeah, see, you and me are old. We actually get that. But it's Don Martindale, otherwise known as Wink Martindale.
I get it.
Right, and that's what he goes by. He was the DC. He was the DC in Baltimore, but he got shit canned about 10 days ago, and it's reported that he would be the DC under Josh McDaniel because they have they have a connectivity together. He's not a bad coordinator. His defense has played. I mean, their defense didn't really play well this year. But they had remember all those injuries. Remember all those injuries that they had too.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they were. They did. I do remember that. But I mean, then does that mean the defense has to go through another bit of a reset to go from a 4-3 to a 3-4?
Yeah.
I don't think they would have the personnel to run the 3-4 right now, do they?
They do. I mean, Mad Max can play either stand-up outside linebacker, or he can be that rush guy as well. I think that they got Pylon along with Hankins that can be that beast in the middle, especially if they draft Davis. They can do that. I mean, they need a fat body up there, and they're going to need that, and that's why I think that you can keep Pylon, but he's not going to play next year. He's not going to play, but they need a big boy, and I'm sure that they can either draft one or find one. And you know, Pylon would be a good thing. Now, granted, you're going to need cover corners, and that's what they're going to need to upgrade in. And that's why I'm saying if Hayward is not, I mean, but Hayward played in the 3-4. I don't understand why he said that he couldn't play it. I think he could play in that. It just depends on he wants to stay. Faison is a guy that came over, and you know, like him or hate him, you know, I think he played well overall. Okay, I think he played well overall, and I'd like to have him back. I don't think he's going to get a whole shit ton of offers from other people, so I think that we can keep Faison. Obviously, we got Perryman to come in, and he played well, and he's on a double deal. Littleton is under contract, and he plays better in a 3-4 than he did. You know, I mean, obviously his play has gone down, but if you got the right fat man in front of him, I think he'll play a lot better. So there you go. I mean, it's going to be a transition. I think that Kuntz can play that outside rush linebacker. I think Mad Max can play either one. I know that Farrell will play better in a 3-4 as a 3-4 end than he did as a 4-3 end, or even as a 4-3 tackle. Farrell will play well.
He's pretty good with the run stoppage.
Yep.
Wow, seen him. So that's why I was like, yeah, I could agree with that. I mean, I was like, I just wonder who they had, because I didn't know they would end up just trying to draft some people or what they plan to do. Because I didn't know who they had now currently, like, because I don't really know who's under like one. Basically, I don't really know all the free agents for the team now and who they would tend to bring back or try to bring back.
And well, I mean, once here's the thing: once we know who are the coaches, and once we know who the DC is, then you start looking at spot track, see who is under contract, and then you can figure: are they going to keep this guy, or are they going to let this guy go? And then you're also got to figure out. And Jack Kenna was talking about it. We've heard Jack Kenna said, "I've seen $35 million under. I've seen $50 million under." So, or money that you have in the cap. So there's it all depends on what that number is. I think it's about 45 million, and that's before you start cutting players that are not to your system. So it could go up to maybe 60, depending upon what. And I'm just throwing it out there. If you have 45, I'm sure that you can get another 15 million somewhere. Okay. So yeah.
All right, I have one last quick question. So if they did bring in Josh McDaniels, two quick questions. Do you think the organization will try to spend another first round pick on a receiver or make a play for a big free agent / fourth wide receiver? And would they consider extending Carr?
I think that they would probably, you know, they're going to keep Carr, in my estimation, with McDaniel. Whether they extend him or they want to franchise him after another year. And remember, they have the option to do that. I think that they would probably extend Carr 2 years, because you're going to, I mean, remember, you probably make better money or it's better economically for the Raiders extending him for 2 years than than franchising him for that extra year. I think that's what they might do, and then maybe have that first year extension guaranteed and the second one not. I don't know. I'm not a cap guy. I think you can do that, but I think that's how I would do that. It's like maybe, hey, we're going to give you a 2-year extension, first year's guaranteed, in addition to the year that you're under contract. If you can do this, I'm not saying that I play GM all the time, but if you said, hey, that next year is fully guaranteed, that second one is not, because again, you're going to have to get a quarterback in 23, and that's when you need to draft a quarterback, in my estimation.
Right. So from what I've been reading, I guess people aren't too high on the quarterbacks and this coming up.
No, 23 is when you need to get him, but I think you got to keep Carr, and I think that McDaniel will be the best thing to Carr. I think McDaniel is going to be a hell of a lot better than Gruden ever was to Derek Carr.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I guess based on what's his name? Mac Jones out there in New England, right?
Look what he did for Mac Jones. Hell, look what he fucking did with Cam Newton, as his quarterback. And they were one game away from the playoffs with Cam Newton and a defense that wasn't there.
That's fair. Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a godsend for the Raiders offensively. Defense is where you're going to struggle, and it all depends upon who that guy is. And people are bitching about Bisaccia leaving, but you know what? We have the best punter kicker tandem granted, I'm biased. We have the best kicker and punter tandem, but the special teams were nothing really to speak of. They weren't that great. Okay, they really weren't that great. So I mean, you move on, and it's kind of a rebuild load, because it's like we're not rebuilding, we're not reloading. It's a rebuild mode or rebuild load. It's kind of a combination of both. And I think that it'll be okay.
Well, no, I mean, I'm like I said, I'll gladly eat humble pie and eat crow if everything comes to fruition and it works out. I can just only myself, like a lot of other people, hope that Mark Davis and whoever in their circle are making calculated moves. Like you just said, they don't want to hit the reset button, but at the same time, you may want to, like you said, try to find that balance. Because I feel like, with everything that they, again, like I'm sure a lot of people may disagree, but I feel like with everything that they did this past season, you think you'd want to build on that, not tear it down and then try to rebuild it. So I guess we'll just have to see how everything plays out. So hopefully I'm eating crow, because I'm myself personally.
I hope I am too, in a good way. I'm hoping that and again, I'm not an eternal optimist, but I'm a realist and I'm an analyst, and I'm going to look at things analytically.
I'm about maybe 5 steps from the ledge, so I ain't on the ledge yet.
Okay, well, good.
I'm a little further back.
my first caller, ONT6 Soldier, was like, dude, I'm on the ledge, and I'm like, dude, I'm going to try to talk you down. And I think I did, because I look at things analytically and I like what I see. Will the Raiders take a step back next year? Hey, if Rodgers goes to the Packers and you're playing A-Rod twice and you're playing the Kermit the Frog twice and you're playing Herbert twice, that's the AFC West will undoubtedly be the best and hardest division in football. So that's going to there you go. And the Broncos are a ready-made team. They have a defense ready to go, and you throw Rodgers there, that's a team that is
bringing in Rodgers is going to attract other free agents to want to go play with him because they know what he's capable of.
Right.
So I totally agree. Well, I will say one quick thing, and then I'll go ahead and get off this, get off the line. But
okay.
I heard you make these comments about Rodgers and the women that he's been keeping with him now. I know he was with Olivia Munn and Danica Patrick.
Yes.
He was Stanley Woodland.
Yes.
You said he kind of downgraded, and that's fine, but I would offer that clearly she knows what's up, because he's staying around for her, and these other two, he's fantastic.
I get you, and people are saying that maybe he's more into marriage mode, And but I tell you what,
Yeah.
okay, and Shailene Woodley is, okay. Would I like a wife like Shailene Woodley? Sure, okay. But I mean, you're going from crazy hot with the emphasis on crazy and hot.
I was just about to say that.
with Olivia Munn. Danica Patrick is smoking hot and with a brain, because she does have a brain. She has a business sense. And then you got Shailene Woodley. I mean, honestly, if you go on my scale, he's dropped down. But maybe she's more of the marriage mode, and I'm getting my stuff together, and I'm going to settle down, and she's younger, and that I'm going to have my kids with her, yada yada yada. I get it. I mean, who am I to say? Who am I to say? I'm only a fat old bastard.
You could be right. I mean, look, you see him, he's probably transitioning. He's probably going to open up his own State Farm branch.
Yeah.
When he gets out of football, hand out his discounts, and trying his hand at acting, obviously, with these commercials. So who knows?
Right. But he's gone down.
All right, well, I appreciate it, Cat. It was good talking to you, man.
All right. Hey, good talking to you, Mr. Wombat, as well. Thanks for coming in. Like I said, you get your prizes. When I get a chance to do the wheel, we're going to give out some prizes and other things going on. Hey, thanks for coming in tonight, brother.
Absolutely. Take care.
You take care as well.
All
right. Right. That's Mr. Wombat. Good to see you as well. And we are at 2:55:53, so that is definitely a good time to end the show. I'm going to do my outro. We're going to be right at 3 hours. Hey, I like I said, uncensored. I enjoy. Make sure, please, you're watching the show. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Comment after the show. Please put your comments after the show. It's not going to be on while the show is live. Comment after the show. Interactive. Because the more you comment, the more people see this, and the more it gets out there, and the more it gets reviewed, and people will come in. I'm telling you this. I want more people here because I think we have a fantastic product. Not just me, it's all the people that are here. And I want to share that with you. And I appreciate you being here. Remember, Uncensored tonight. Personally, I would take Roger's girlfriend to a rock fight. I don't know how to take that. Roger's handed out a few pearl necklaces in his prime. Yes, he did. I didn't say this. I'm just reading it. Remember, please comment after the show. Please like the show. I haven't looked up to see what the likes are yet. I don't care. I haven't seen that yet. Like the show, share the show, tell people about the show. We will see you Sunday. It will be censored. We are on Roku TV on Sunday, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Thanks again, folks. We will see you next time. Always great hanging out with you. Take care. At all-time home of 41 people tonight. All-time, yeah, not bad. Thanks again there, shipmate, Robert Hawk. Hey, put it out there. Comment after the show. Thanks again, folks. We'll see you next time. Like it. Like. We'll see you next time. Sunday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time.